divide that by the mass of a lion, which is 420 pounds, you would need 1.04 times 10 to the 28 lions to approach the mass of the sun. That goes well beyond a billion lions. It's a number that doesn't even have a word.
Can you calculate how long it takes for a billion lions to reproduce and become that amount of lions?
A lot.
You need
That's
like
a good
population
question.
models to do that, but it would be exponential, right? But the problem is that it would take and then you have to figure out like space travel to get all the lions to the sun. Oh my god, it's still so. But here's the thing too: you have to take into account like laws of physics, right? Like you need enough calories and food to feed the billion lions, to have them fuck enough and make them have enough kids, to then have them grow and keep fucking and keep birthing and to have more lions.
If we assume that the lions live on Earth, that also means that whatever number Zesty came up with has to be able to fit on Earth, and I just don't see that happening.
That's not possible.
That's not possible.
It's physically impossible because we're talking about a mass of lions that's equal to the sun. So we're talking about a physical object that is
Yeah, but we're
a
already
million
dealing
times
with
larger than
magical
the sun.
hypotheticals.
The Earth.
We're already dealing with 1 billion lions, so I'm assuming there's going to be like a magical super Earth to be able to host that number of lions.
But you need
right?
So to just equate the size of the sun, not even the mass, but the size of the sun, you need 1.3 million Earths. 1.3 million Earths. Earth is big. There's not enough calories to consistently maintain enough lion fucking to get enough lions to snuff out the sun. It's not possible.
You're saying that as if it's unreasonable.
It's beyond unreasonable.
You're saying that as if 1.3 million Earths is unreasonable.
But then think about the billions of lions that would need to occupy each of these 1.3 million Earths to even come close to the mass that would be required to snuff out the fucking sun.
Not to mention the logistics of piling all the
And
lions
the
together
logistics!
into a big lion ball. And how are you gonna hurl that at the sun?
No, that needs to go in the great UFO.
Is that is that how it would work? Would you hurl a giant mass of lions at the sun, or would you do like one lion at a time?
The lions would vaporize before they made it to the sun if you did it one at a time.
Sorry, people. The noise that you heard was me. This little piece of plastic latched onto my foot, and I thought it was an animal, and I got scared really bad because it hurt so fucking bad. And it was like I was like, that's a big bug. Am I gonna die?
Oh my god.
But no, I'm fine. It was just plastic.
Japan doesn't have bugs.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Japan doesn't have bugs.
Notoriously, yeah. No, they actually they made the great trek across the ocean to Australia.
Yeah, all the bugs went to Aussieland and also
yeah.
Texas.
Also,
you guys have some pretty wild Pringles flavors, though.
Yeah, no, they got like what, like squid ink or some shit. I don't know. I hate Pringles.
Oh my gosh, really? I went to my
Pringles?
local SGO gas station and I got me some. Apparently, they have Japanese snacks there. At least I think they're Japanese. I got me some tomato Pringles, and they're really good. They taste like crackers, but in tomato soup. It's very good.
Dude, when I went to visit Budapest, they had fucking ketchup flavored Pringles, and oh man, those were good.
That's crazy. I knew there was
they got all the good
ketchup
food
flavored Lay's chips. I didn't know they did ketchup Pringles.
Oh yeah, they had like they had peanut flavored Cheetos.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Not peanut butter, but just peanut flavored, where it was the most bland corn puff you've ever consumed in your life, with a very, very faint aftertaste of nut.
See, that's what I've noticed about Japanese snacks. I feel like the flavor of Japanese snacks are far more subtle than American snacks.
That's correct.
Well, American snacks are just sugar.
That's also correct.
Sugar and salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's like a big push in Japan for like things that are seen as like candies will use like bitter flavors and other kinds of flavors and then whereas like American candy it's just sugar of various varieties.
Yeah, it's just sweet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like
and sometimes sour a little
Sour
bit.
Patch Kids. It's just an overload of sweetness, and you burn a hole in your tongue.
Man.
It's not good. Though I do like Sour Patch Kids. Yeah.
So I went to a Cracker Barrel for the first time in my life today.
What?
And I had no idea how this place worked. So I go in, and they have it's a whole ass store first, and then you get to go eat. And they had like a display case full of like different flavored sodas, and they had one that was like this really gross looking blue syrupy sour soda. It looked like radioactive nuclear waste. I almost bought it so I can drink it on stream, but that's like the American way. Is make the most foul, disturbing foodstuffs you can think of, and make it full of sugar.
That's
and
why
people
I love it. Yeah, that was really your first time going to Cracker Barrel?
Yep.
Wow, where in the states do you live?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay. I wonder
They're
if Cracker
common here.
Barrel. Oh, they are.
Yeah, I just never been.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really travel much outside of Michigan, so thought maybe Cracker Barrel might be like a Midwest thing, but I guess not.
Rare delicacy in the South. Nope, it's common here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your grocery store in Texas? Like the
HEB.
HEB.
It's called HEB. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
That is primarily a southern chain. I think it's exclusively in Texas and maybe Louisiana, Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure it's only Texas.
Oh, interesting. I know for Florida it's like Publix.
Yeah, Publix is big there.
Yeah, and then the Midwest has Meijer.
Yeah, there's Meijer in the Midwest, and then there's oh god, what's the one that's in like fucking Montana and Idaho? Shit. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I can't remember it. Fuck.
Publix has amazing chicken. That was unrelated. Just need to throw that out there.
Oh no, it's very welcome. Last time I went to a Publix, I lived in Florida for like 11 months back when I was 9. That might have been the last time I went to Publix. Lucid, what's your grocery store in Japan? Does Japan do that?
Yeah, Japan has, you can use like what the konbinis or the convenience stores as like a Family Mart, Lawson, 7-Eleven. You can use those for groceries, but like the grocery stores, there's a few. There's a Tokyo store. There's My Basket, which is the one that I typically go to. I like the stylings, but they're all pretty much the same. Sometimes you get the rare, like, very organic, like, locally grown grocery store.
My Basket.
Yeah. The cool thing about grocery stores in Japan is that all of the stuff that you get is much more organic and better quality than a lot of the American grocery stores typically are.
Yeah.
A lot of the
I
produce,
would think
anyways.
so. That's pretty awesome.
Our food is consistently shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
It's easy to get fat here.
Oh, extremely. Like, I needed to start eating more as I started going to the gym. It's very easy to pack on weight.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm starting to go to the gym as well, and my metabolism is so freakishly high. It is so hard for me to gain weight.
You just got to eat more, man. That's the path.
Yeah, I know. A lot of peanut butter and...
If Alan were here, he would mention how there's a place near. See, I woke him. See, there's a place near. There's a place in the area where our college is. That's not Walmart, but it's owned by Walmart. So the clerks there, they have jackets with the Walmart. They have like Walmart jackets, which is very surreal to see in Japan because Japan does not have Walmart.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And Walmart bought it out, but they didn't change any of the branding.
Oh.
But every once in a while, I guess they get like their supply of like fucking aprons for workers from the main office. So you'll just see a Walmart logo randomly.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Cool.
Well, that was a good start. Welcome to UFR 35, everyone. Woo! It's
Yippee!
Yahoo! We should be expecting the space guy. And maybe a secret special guest if he wants to pop in later. No one spoil who it is. I'll kill you. But no, it's
know who it is?
Don't kill me.
Nah, you're not supposed to.
I have no clue who you're talking
It's
about.
Charma.
It's no, it's not.
It's really him.
I know it's actually pyrocynical. No, but I.
Oh.
even better. I have a very large bone to pick with him.
I'm sure you do.
He likes large.
He does. But
anyway.
no. But yeah. So we're here. UFR 35. Before we get into the topic of today's wonderful episode, there was a wonderful, amazing montage made by none other than Jaunty Webb, and a friend of the channel. He did a really cool montage of UFR out of context, and I think most people in here have seen this already, but I would like to watch through it. Because I think it's good enough to where it deserves to be shown to the greater UFR community. So I wanted to watch it real quick on UFR, if that's okay with everyone.
Real gaming.
Yeah, totally. I haven't seen it yet.
It's fucking amazing, and it made me watching it genuinely made me kind of emotional because it was like, as silly as it was like a demonstration or a recap of the past like year or almost year of UFR, which is very cool.
Start to feel a little bit sentimental.
A little bit, yeah. So hold on, we're gonna throw everyone join.
Today is when Lucid announces his retirement.
I know, so soon, bro. We're just getting started. But yeah, no. So we're gonna watch this real quick.
Is it in the first watch together link?
Yeah, it's in the watch together. And then we'll get into what today's actually about.
The real important topics.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Give me. Okay.
Wait, what is this video?
Wait.
Yeah, what is this video?
What is this video? Yeah. Bro, what is Wheezy talking about? What's Wheezy talking about, chat? We're gonna get into the debate in a second. I know this is the title, but this is important, alright? Alan, you there? Alan?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's here with us in spirit.
I'm here literally.
I need him to be here because this is important.
I'm here.
Okay. Alan, I need you to make sure. Are you here? Are you alive?
Still?
Okay, cool.
Wait, what is this video?
What
is this video?
Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Oh, I see how it is, Space. You're homophobic too, then. Is this what I'm hearing? Yeah, I am. I don't fucking care.
I don't even remember what the context of that is.
I don't even know.
Do you guys? Do any of you remember what the context? This is also a wonderful image.
He just says that kind of thing so often.
That's true. Space Guy's honestly the most controversial person in UFR. Space Guy said like a variety of very strange things. Space Guy and Wheezy are two very interesting individuals.
Free women.
Free women.
As pessimistic as we. That
dude, fuck me in your life.
Seriously? Are you mad that your 2-page game journal article about why this video game wasn't exactly up to your liking didn't do so well? Is that where this is coming from? That your fucking creative writing degree failed you in your career as being a game journalist? It's so good!
This is foreshadowing for later today.
Fudge.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm so excited. Can't jump the gun.
Typically, the stock weapons are great, but some weapons are just strictly downgrades compared to.
Big
so,
citrus.
if you admit this, then what the fuck's the point?
Characters now take more skill but to provide more value, and people are mad because they don't know how to adapt.
Whoa! No! Holy shit!
He uses festivized weapons that I cannot take his opinion seriously anymore.
Shut the fuck up, Zesty. Shut the fuck up, Zesty.
Okay.
Can we get a shut the fuck up, Zesty, in the chat? Festivized weapons are fine.
No, they're not. They're horrible.
They're fine.
Oh, look, live action Minecraft block.
Look, it's a dirt block, dude.
You're standing there and you're yelling at the peanut stand that's empty, even though clearly they're not reopening.
But, motherfucker, the peanut stand is not empty.
There we go. Bobby Frick's gonna be in the
It's not empty.
It's not.
My clunky. Thanks for sending me that, Jaunty Webb. You just sent me a DM saying my clunky.
All I'm saying is I feel like Winston could consent more than Bastion could.
It's one of the worst things ever said on UFR.
Yeah,
it's not any better in context, frankly. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
I mean, is he wrong?
I stand by my
stance.
Listen,
Like,
I would always
that
take
out
the
there.
robot. Always take the robot over the monkey. That's how it has to go.
So it's
monkey is sentient.
Yeah, all monkeys are sentient. What's your
Whoa.
point?
No, but he's like
Whoa,
a
no. Monkeys don't have
whatever
rights.
I'm going down this rabbit hole. Stop.
Monkeys
No, I
are-
mean if it has a brain and it can think, that's sentience, right?
That does not
Do we
mean that it is
agree?
self-aware.
I forget which one's which, but Winston is clearly self-aware.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
Winston would
Wait,
have
are-
rights.
Are we falsely conflating sentience with self-awareness? Are those the same things?
No, because what we define as like us making us human is like self-awareness or like the ability to self-actualize.
Yeah,
Right. Is that the same thing as sentience, though?
I forget
I
which
thought those were
one's which.
different things.
Yeah. Anyways,
Like-
it's a gorilla.
And,
Shut the fuck up!
Stop! No!
Shut up!
Go back!
Shut
Go
up!
back!
If I could go back in time, I would, I'd probably...
Wait, hold on. We need to roll this one back. This is my favorite part of the entire video. Everyone needs to hear this. Everyone needs to hear this. Everyone needs it. Okay. Shut up!
Go back!
Shut
Go
up!
back!
If I could go back in time, I would, I'd probably violently assault the person who made that badge.
Stop!
So
true.
It's
So true.
Why? You see, Meet the Match dissenters, people who defend Meet the Match really just need that clip, and then they can dismiss every argument anyone's ever made. They could be like, look at how insane these people are. Like, it's kind of an amazing clip. I love it.
Badge.
Stop! Stop!
No,
Stop!
I'm just, I like that. Just as that one question. I'm not trying to make
Richter,
this, like,
stop talking
vague.
now. Richter, I'm your friend. Listen, as your friend, stop
Okay,
talking
Zesty,
now.
I've stopped.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Get good.
Did Jaunty Webb do that?
Yeah, John T.
Yeah,
Webb.
he's an artist.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
fire.
That's sick.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow, that's really freaking cool.
sure you appreciate it.
I do.
Yeah, Mr. Animation Man. I like how the boobs like they go over the shirt. Like they obstruct view of Richter over time.
That's as God intended.
Someone in chat said you have bug boobs.
Bug boobs?
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Boobs.
What does that even
Oh,
mean?
you meant to say big.
Oh, he meant
Well,
to
the
type
U
big.
is
No, I know.
Yeah, they
No,
meant
I
to
was
type
just
big.
leaving that part out because I think it's it's funny, out of context even. Those are not Richter's knees. Wait, go back. Shut up,
He's
Weezy.
wearing a skirt. That's Richter's knee.
That's a horrible image. I hate
Very
that.
shiny
Does he have
knees.
arms coming out of his knees, or is Zesty wrapping his arms around the knees?
Yes.
Okay.
Zesty, I've stopped.
Baptista can be like, let me heal you. You're healed now. Get good. Like,
This is-
get well soon. And then David can be like,
I think these are S, honestly. I love them.
Yeah, I do.
I think these are the best cosmetics in the game. Why are we still here? I think it's great.
Just to suffer. Every
It's
night.
okay, Lucid.
Breakdown.
That was just because I kept trying to talk and no one would listen to me.
Oh, no.
I was doing a funny bit. It was good. This is how I feel in my soul.
That furry
No,
spray
you were
was
actually
so good.
crying.
No, yeah, I was actually crying. Sorry.
The freeze frame I have is gold.
No,
by
it's
the way.
it's good. Hold on,
I think I got the same one.
yeah, hold on, I'm gonna take this real quick.
just you screaming.
Yeah.
New soy jack drop.
Let me put this in
New soy.
put this in
Lucid
general.
soy. The lucid jack.
This is great. I will make
Levi, when the women aren't free ananymore.
this is the chud scream. This is what chud like when they scream. The chud scream.
I don't say that. The chud scream.
How can I screenshot this? Never mind.
I already put it. I have it in my Discord. I'll send it to you.
Oh,
I just talks about
perfect.
things he picks up via osmosis and doesn't actually.
Richter, how many years does someone have to be dead for it to be okay to use them in a TF2 cosmetic? I still don't know. I still don't know.
It's a valid question.
Richter did not answer my question. I want to know. TF2 cosmetic.
I know nothing about Star Wars. The only thing I enjoy about Star Wars is the funny like set clip of Samuel L. Jackson asking for a purple lightsaber.
Because then, in the hands of an experienced player, it becomes the game's most lethal short-range weapon, right? Negating the sniper's primary weakness. Fair.
Most lethal short range!
As the years go by, the submissions accepted into the game
Yes.
less and less into that original vision of T2's
Oh, Zesty Jesus? Zesty Jesus in the video?
He's racist! No!
He's racist. No.
Oh shit.
There's so many good. I think that was the first time, but there's so many good like call out like so and so no like at the screen. It happened in the Fudj video. It happened in Pretzel. It happened with Pretzel. It's just disappointment.
Sorry.
If a copy of San Andreas is laying on the ground in the woods, is that
Here we
Disney?
go.
No.
No, because it's just a bunch of code that exists to be executed.
No!
Pretzel, no!
Genuine disappointment.
We were so good. We were doing
that,
so well
That
in
was a
life.
frustrating conversation to listen to.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry.
Sometime within the next week. And of course, I'm going to be finally getting top 500. You know, I'm not that far off.
If you say this to me, you better square up because I'm coming at you.
You're what?
Funny.
It is excellent.
man.
It is
Very excellent.
was,
Very funny.
That was a video on objectivity versus subjectivity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the video. That's a wonderful love letter to UFR.
That's wonderful.
That was a YouTube video.
It was beautiful.
Oh, it's fire.
Thank you,
Thank you,
John
Jaunty
Webb.
Webb.
You did a wonderful job.
And on that note, Jaunty Webb will be in UFR next week. I said that I'd get him on, and I've been saying that I'd get him on before he made this. But I slotted him in for next week. I didn't want to get him on for this one because he's not like a Pokemon guy. But yeah, we're gonna get him on for next week because he's very, very talented and very cool. So I look forward to that for those who are interested.
Yeah.
All right, now the meat and potatoes. We're here.
The real deal.
The real deal. Fudj, I'm coming at you.
Wait,
You're what?
It's not even a deep cut. You just heard that.
No, but okay. So Fudj is. There's no secret. Fudj is one of the legends of UFR. It's like Fudj, Big Citrus, and Fudj, Big Citrus, Pretzel, and someone else. That's like the Mount Rushmore of UFR coverage.
And they're all foods.
They are all
That's
foods.
true.
That's true.
They are.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I'm hungry now.
That's crazy. Last time he made what's widely regarded by all of us as the worst video we've covered about why video essays are bad. Zesty, what were your thoughts on that one? What do you think about it?
I was honestly like, being serious, just a really, really bad video. Like, holy shit, dude, we get it. You can't make good videos. People don't want to watch your videos. You don't need to take it out on everyone else. Sorry.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So I've been sensing a little bit of irony in the Discord talking about Fudj, and up until now I wasn't exactly sure if you guys were actual fans of this guy or just saying these things ironically. But
we are his biggest fans.
Oh yeah. I've actually watched a couple of Fudj videos before I knew you guys covered him. I watched his rebooting Smash video, like what he would do for a Smash 6, and it was alright. I wasn't too impressed. He cut like most of the roster and then brought back a chunk of the roster through DLC, which it's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's a bit sad. You know, to give people content they previously had in a different game, but now they have to pay for it.
Right. Who wants to pay for Sonic in Smash Brothers? Not me.
Not me.
Right.
Me neither.
Yeah. Zesty wouldn't buy the game anyways, but he wouldn't do it either, I'm sure. True.
On principle. But yeah, that's my familiarity with Fudj.
See, before that god-awful, horrible video that we watched from him, my exposure to him was also his Smash stuff. And he recently made another Smash video. about Smash's meta that I considered covering because it's recent. This video is 3 years old. But I didn't feel like I have a lot of, I used to coach Smash competitively and I used to play Smash competitively, so I know a decent amount about how it works. Yeah. But
wait, did you bring that up 2 weeks ago?
I don't know, maybe. But yeah, so like I would know some things, but I don't know if I could get anyone else on that would know aside from Wheezy and Jaunty. So yeah, we don't know. I didn't want to cover that one. I thought this one would be much more interesting because you know, I had not seen this video when I picked it, but I know that this debate is very interesting. So it would bring us hilarity regardless.
Oh yeah, have you watched it yet?
I have watched it. I watched it on 2x speed last night just to make sure, and it is a video. That's all I'll say.
It can be described
that's what we're here for.
That's all I'll say. It's definitely one of the YouTube videos of all time. That's for sure.
Yeah,
we'll get into it. What were you saying, Bradley?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm alright with some of the arguments he made and not alright with other arguments, but that is a really vague sentence, so I don't know why I said it.
I'm also in the same boat, but I think that the arguments that are bad are really bad, so we're gonna talk about it.
I think so.
I think they're like, I don't want to spoil. Okay, we'll get there when we get there. But before we really do, can we all go around and think and say, what do we think of the Pokemon versus a billion lions debate?
Oh boy, well.
Bradley, you go first. Yeah.
I'm undecided, but I think I can make a half-decent argument for lions. And that's, I think, what I will do today, or tonight, or wherever you are. Okay. I will be Team Lion. I will be the lion lawyer.
The lion lawyer?
That is me.
That's a good
lion lawyer.
Alan, what do you think?
I have no idea what the debate is.
So I guess I should set it up, but this is a question, an age-old internet discussion, completely useless as are most things on the internet. Yet here we are. The debate is simply, on a completely even playing field with no given advantages to either side, could a billion lions beat all 726, 826, however many Pokemon exist? One of each.
Is God on the side of Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay.
God's actually on the side of lions, but we'll get there.
Shut the fuck up.
Then no, obviously they couldn't win.
Okay.
Well, I would not bet on them winning under almost any circumstance.
Okay.
Never say never. Never. Shout out to my homie.
Yeah. What, Justin Bieber?
You said never twice.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Justin Bieber. Tony Allen, what do you think?
So, I really have no strong opinion in either direction. Like, I really think it depends on the rules that you use. Like, are you taking the lions and putting them in the context of a Pokemon video game, or are you taking the Pokemon out of the video game and into real life? I feel like that kind of stuff matters, and depending on like which way you slice this, it could go in either direction.
Okay, so
I like that attitude.
We've got a lion, a lion's a Pokemon, an undecided, and Zesty, what do you think?
The lions die.
Okay.
it's no contest. Like, I don't even understand why this is up for debate. You just at a base level, because I only know about Gen 1 Pokemon and Gardevoir, otherwise I don't give a fuck about Pokemon.
Gardevoir.
You have at least 3 Pokemon that breathe fire.
Yeah.
3 Pokemon that breathe fire. And lions do not like fire. You have the giant fucking orange dragon that can fly and carpet bomb with napalm-like fury down upon hundreds of lions at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but the lions die. It's just not gonna work out.
Lion shield.
Lion shield.
Lion covered by other lions.
I'm good.
We'll get there.
The word lion is going to very increasingly become humorous, I think, as the stream goes on.
Take a shot every time you say
that.
We opened the stream talking about whether or not how many lions it would take to wipe out the sun. That like I was already on the train.
That was an argument I had with a friend, and he was so convinced that lions would fuck into oblivion and make enough of themselves to snuff out the sun, which just cannot happen.
It's a compelling argument.
Also, for the record, someone in chat's asking, no, one of the lions is not Aslan from the Narnia books. Otherwise, yes, then God would be on the side of the lions. Also, all of the lions are like we'll say like just a healthy prime male. For the sake of argument,
no female lions. God,
no.
Sexism. Well, then they can't
I mean, honestly, you need the female lions because they do all the hunting.
Oh wait, no, they don't. What the fuck?
Yes,
wait, lions are woke.
No, they don't. Wait.
Yes, the female lions do all the hunting. Like the female lion. Yes, that's how they work.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, female lions do all the shit. Male lions just fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Learn a thing or two from lions.
Shit! I didn't know this.
I grew up on Animal Planet before it stopped being Animal Planet and turned into weird daytime reality TV about how a man whispers to cats and they make cupcakes or some shit.
Okay. Wait.
I think that was my era of Animal Planet.
This is interesting. It is. Okay, so Zesty, it is generally believed that lionesses are the primary hunters, but there is some debate over whether or not that is in fact true.
Oh, some debate. It's like the 1 out of 10 doctors that think that.
I just thought I would mention it's not like a conclusive fact.
Listen, they're wrong. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Figured this out by now.
The lions.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my water.
It doesn't matter. The lions lose, male or female.
The lions are woke is a top tier quote that I will now inject into my daily lexicon.
Woke lion. That's a good Steam alias.
Woke lion. I think the lions are woke by itself is a good Steam alias. My face when Kyogre makes a deep ocean that forces the lions to swim until they're exhausted and drown. We're gonna get there. Fudj. We'll see what Fudj thinks. Let's jump in. Actually, should we wait for Bradley? We should probably wait for Bradley.
Yeah, wait till he returns.
I guess I could talk about my thoughts on the debate while.
What is your thought?
I think Pokemon solos no diff. I think it is difficult to make a world where the lions win. You can do it, but you have to cherry pick very specific, like very, very specific circumstances if you want the lions to come out on top. I think you can do it, but you have to be very selective of what parts of gameplay you include and what parts of other continuities you include. And you have to jump through a lot of hoops, do a lot of mental gymnastics to make the lions win. I think it's the most logical conclusion that you could come to, and the one that makes easily the most sense is that the Pokemon win, and it's not close. We're gonna get into some arguments. I just talked with a certain the said special guest while on the way here. On the way to when I woke up today, I got on the computer. I saw a certain someone was streaming, and I talked to them briefly about this debate before we got on UFR. So I worked out a lot of really interesting arguments that will come up in this lovely video we're about to cover. So I'm excited. But yeah, no, I'm Team Pokemon all the way.
Okay. Is anyone else Team Lion except for me?
No, I think it's just you.
Okay.
Tony Allen's undecided, so you have 1.5 person.
I will make a final decision based on Fudge's video. I will agree with whatever Fudge says, to be honest. I think he is the...
Though you think he's the authority?
He's the authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the authority in this argument.
All right.
Real lion versus Pokemon authority. Can't Gardevoir create a pocket black hole?
What? No. What's...
Isn't that just a thing that like a non-zero amount of Pokemon can do?
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
I'm sorry, wouldn't that destroy the Earth and result in a tie?
There's
yes.
Zoroark does.
Okay.
Zoroark does that for his Smash Pokeball attack. He makes the black hole that sucks all the Smash people in.
I can't wait until we bring up Lava Slug.
I'm so excited. So anyways, let's get started, shall we? Is everyone ready? Is everyone strapped in? For Fudge's return.
Someone just sent me a little doodle. Oh, look at this.
Wait,
here, I'll send it to you. Oh, I'll post it in the general.
Actually, I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be right back.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little sketch.
Hold on, I'll show this.
Oh my God.
Is good. This is good shit.
That was quick.
That was quick. This is really good.
Yeah, well, fucking, you're fast, man. Holy shit.
Quality stuff.
Hold on, let me get this up here real quick. This is a really interesting doodle. I wonder how Richter would feel about this.
It's just his knees.
It is just his knees.
What if we sent him just like half of this image?
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I'll do that. I'll crop it and send it to him. Hold on. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah. What if we just like this? Like, what if we sent him this part of the image?
Hang on. I got it. Let me just do it like that.
We need to switch. We need to send it to him like this. Yeah.
I got this.
This is good shit. Oh man, I'm really excited for this this video. I'm really.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
All right, let's get into it. Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Let's just jump right into it.
Oh, just dive right in. Go close right in.
All right, let's go.
Here on Fudge's Thesis, we've covered a lot of big topics. From the most daunting dilemma that looms over the games industry to why it would absolutely suck dick to live on Shy Guy's Perplex Express.
I almost wanted to check out that video because I have you guys played Mario Party 8?
I have played Mario Party 8. That's the Mario Party I've played the most of, actually.
Yeah, me too. That's one I grew up with, and I'd be interested to see why would it suck to live on Shy Guy's Perplex Express? It just seems like a train.
I played the Mario Party 1 and 2, and then Mario Party for the GBA.
The one on the GBA is interesting because it's like not a Mario Party game. What is that?
It's very strange.
Oh, Mario Party.
I'm sorry. What are you gonna?
It's just Mario Party Advance, I think.
Oh, you're right. It is. Yeah.
Can you call it a party if it's just yourself?
You play with other people. You can play locally. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you have to tether.
Okay.
You have to tether.
Yeah, you could do the link cables.
Yeah.
I wonder how many.
This is a question. Would you guys play Mario Party by yourself, or have you ever?
I had no friends, so I only played Mario Party by myself and with my mom occasionally.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It was a cool part of my childhood. I played Mario Party a lot.
Okay, cool.
I played a lot of co-op games by myself growing up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Mario Party fan, but whenever I'd play, my brother, he was a bigger Mario Party fan than I, so I'd usually just play with him.
That's good. What was your favorite Mario Party character?
Oh, I think Koopa Troopa.
Yeah, that's the correct pick.
Yeah, he was the character I'd bring into Mario Party and Mario Kart. If there was a game where I could select Koopa Troopa, I would select Koopa Troopa.
Yeah, he apparently sucks dick in the new Mario Kart. Like, he has horrible stats, and he's like
oh,
F tier.
No.
So you should never pick him if you're wanting to be competitive.
Oh man.
Yeah. This is.
Who is it Funky Kong, or is that?
No, that's
Mario
Wii.
Kart?
No,
Wii?
like the newest one, it's like Yoshi and Yoshi. It's a lot of Yoshi.
Oh, okay.
I think Birdo also, but they all have like the same stats, like that family. How do Yoshis reproduce? Do you think? How does that happen?
Why?
Asexual division.
I think they work just like chickens, where it's like they can still lay eggs, but
well, but if Birdo,
it's
if Birdo's a female and like Birdo has like the big snout, like how does that benefit like her part of the the
well,
I hate to break it to you,
well,
I don't think
some
Birdo is a female. I think Birdo's a dude.
Well, if the internet has told me anything through many a dark night on the internet, on various image boards, they have ways.
They have ways. Okay.
They have ways of reproducing.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll stick away from it then. My bad. My fault.
Yeah, that's not my favorite kind of video game speculation.
Okay.
Large mouth.
Dilemma that looms over the games industry to why it would absolutely suck dick to live on Shy Guy's Perplex Express. But today, is a different level of undertaking entirely. In today's season finale, bumper-sized edition of Fudge's thesis, I aim to solve a debate that's raged on for centuries. I've scrubbed the ancient texts, I've analysed the scrawlings on the walls, and today, using science, maths, facts, and logic, I will answer the eternal question. Who would win in a fight between one of every Pokemon and a billion lions? To even know how to start answering such...
Well, okay, so we're jumping right into it.
Yeah. I'm setting an image to the Discord.
Okay. I like the intro for what it's worth. He didn't take that long. He took a very low amount of time.
Double Shapiro went hard.
Double Shapiro went hard. Facts and logic.
Can I do that in AI? I'm gonna do AI image generation of Double Shapiro.
You gotta stop doing
Oh my
this.
gosh.
It's so funny.
Double Shapiro. What?
We already had the fucking cat last time.
Hang on, I got this.
Yeah, wait, what is that? I've just seen. What is this cat? I didn't watch last time. What's the context?
I forget. There was just a cat.
And it's on fire.
It is.
Yeah. If I'm sending stuff to Discord, like images, what?
Podcast
which
general.
One should I? Podcast general.
I feel like the question might as well be like, could any number of lions defeat the most powerful Pokemon? And if not, then like there's really no point in entertaining the billion lions versus every Pokemon.
Yeah, so this
Infinity Lions beats anything, I would assume.
This is why I paused it actually, as I was gonna say, spoiler alert, I think every argument for the lions is just there's a lot of them, but like reworded. Yeah. Like there is no version of the argument that isn't there's a lot of them. Oh, this is a good image. Hold on. Lion believer mental gymnastics. A billion lions is a billion lions is a lot. Lion denier mental gymnastics. Arceus is a god. The lions cannot beat a god. Ghost type Pokemon cannot be hit. Magcargo is way too hot for the lions. Lions are incapable of flying, swimming, or going to space. Lions cannot form ladders.
It's not even mental gymnastics.
It's just correct.
The ladder point, and that's like
correct.
Lions can't form ladders. Lions can't form ladders is like this debate's version of jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Oh no!
Like that's a good quote. Me like
Lions cannot form ladders is pure copium.
I think it's
we'll
just true. Okay, we'll get there. Yeah, jumping right into it.
We'll get there.
A question is a mammoth task in and of itself, but I will attempt, in a very broad sense, to evaluate the contestants. Looking firstly at the Pokemon, as of the recording of this video, there are currently 898 Pokemon.
Yeah, this was 3 years ago. 2021.
Over 1,000 now?
There's over 1,000 now.
I've accounted for this. By the way, is that supposed to be double Ben Shapiro, AI generated?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Which one?
What?
One of them doesn't even look
like comic book
Ben
cover.
Shapiro.
It's the newest hit comic. Hold on, I'm gonna do the anime style.
What the fuck is
Neither
this?
of them look like Ben Shapiro.
They look like they're Chad facing. They look like they're mewing. Why is the
That is Ben. Come on, what are you talking about?
Why is the jawline so sharp? Also, what the fuck are the non-words supposed to say?
Let me try. Boy, CJ, Dincy, Tristine.
That's where I didn't see Tristine is also what I got.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty close.
I feel like
what would Ben Shapiro's superhero name be?
This one just turned him into Superman.
Wait, what? Ben Shapiro.
What?
That's
awesome.
That's horrible. I hate it.
It's not even Ben Shapiro. That's
top text.
That looks more like Ben Shapiro than the other one.
Pretty close.
Top text facts, bottom text logic. Top text I'm coming, bottom text coming for you.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Top text the Lions, bottom text the Lions would win. This is such an intimidating image. I kind of hate it.
Okay, so going back to the video regarding the art or whatever you call this, describing how many Pokemon there are currently. So the initial question, I believe, of the lions, a billion lions versus Pokemon, I think was raised back in 2012 when there were only 650 Pokemon.
Damn.
Oh,
so with
only 650.
Only
what?
Yeah, there's well over 1,000 now. So with that in mind, if we take into account what I like to call lionflation, then with the current 1,025 Pokemon, that would mean the number of lions would have to increase to 1,576,923,077 rounded up.
Yeah, no, the extra 176 million is really gonna sway it in the Lions' favor.
Yeah, it's really gonna.
The extra half a billion.
You said 176. That's not half.
I said 1,576,000,000.
Oh, okay, my fault.
The extra half billion lions is not gonna.
Yeah, and it's gonna matter. Trust me.
It's gonna.
So.
Lionflation is
so
crazy.
here's a question.
That's gonna
Would
make
you guys?
sense.
I'll let you, you Pokemon truthers decide. Like, how many do you want to stick with a 650 Pokemon? That goes all the way up to Gen 5. So you get Gen 5 and below, and against a billion lions, or do you want every Pokemon at your disposal currently, which is over 1,000?
Bradley,
1,025 to be exact.
Bradley, as much as I
and a half lions.
As much as I appreciate the lionflation, I feel as if we should agree with the premise that Fudj is establishing, which is that it is a billion versus 898.
Please do not Google lion inflation like I just did.
Okay. Oh no.
But
also I don't think it matters.
Okay. I guess I did math for nothing.
Yeah, no, you should cry. But I appreciate the the effort.
Is it not fair though? Because like the initial, like there's going to continue being more Pokemon every 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah, no,
would it not
agree.
make sense to increase the number of lions?
No, it would make sense.
Like
it's just not what Fudj agrees with.
Okay.
The extra 500 million could make a huge ladder. Like.
Oh yeah.
No, they can't make ladders. The lions.
We need to allocate those lions.
Yeah, you cram enough lions into a physical space, evolution will kick in. Eventually, they're gonna get opposable thumbs in a
Evolution will not have time to kick in, Zesty.
But if they fuck enough.
No, they have no time to fuck.
A lot of lines to get through.
There's no time.
Like, how long would it take for like the most powerful Pokemon to kill a billion lions?
Not long.
We'll get there.
Like a minute, maybe.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
How long does it take for a lion to drown?
Not long, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's an experiment you can do yourself.
I don't have access to a lion.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
That's true.
Existence. That's a lot, and many of them are uniquely powerful, supernatural, city-level threats or worse. Very scary. Now let's look at the lions. And oh my god, there's a billion of them. Listen, I need... Do you understand how many a billion is?
This is the age-old question. I don't care. It could be 2. It could be 10. It could be 20 billion lions. And as long as the Pokemon have a place to stand on the subspace emissary style massive flat plane that they're on, they win. It doesn't even really matter. The number's like arbitrary. The number's like entirely arbitrary. I'm not sure if there is a number of lions that could beat the Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean,
I summon infinite lions.
Yeah. Infinity -1.
Infinity is a number.
Infinity is a number. Infinity is the amount.
I will say, you know, say what you will about Fudj, but I think he's pretty funny. He's a funny guy.
He's funny when
he laugh.
He's funny sometimes. I thought the joke about the Perplex Express was funny.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Understand how many a billion is?
Yes.
I'll give you some perspective. The common house cat meows on average at a level of around 45 decibels. Human beings begin to feel pain at around 130 decibels. 150 decibels is enough to burst your eardrums, and 185 to 200 decibels are supposedly enough to kill you. Let's take, for example, Ted.
Ted's ass is on the down key. I think he's making my Twitter scroll because I don't have my hand on my Ted, I don't.
This is
Quality cat.
This is the power that we need. Zesty, you need this power. Imagine if you
What do
could.
you mean?
Imagine if you could control a cat to make Twitter scroll
Yeah.
for you.
Dude,
No,
if
not
I could
even that. You
harness-
could
if
make
I could
people.
Harness
could
the
make
power.
Fuck.
You could.
Harness the power of cats to do my bidding.
Zesty, imagine if you could go on your favorite 18+ adult website and have your cat look through it all for you. To
Dude,
find...
I could use both hands. I don't have to limit myself to one anymore.
Bro.
This is the power.
I mean, listen, I already got to use both. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's great. You gotta control cats.
you.
You, Zesty.
Because I don't have my head on my... Ted, I don't think Green knows what you're doing, do you, buddy? Ted. Hey. Okay. See?
Damn, he can't harness the power
Now,
of cats.
Ted
like I
is
can.
already a very vocal young man, but should we be so lucky as to have our planet inundated with 1 billion Teds, and simultaneously so unlucky as to have them all meow within roughly the same period of time, well, I can say with no exaggeration that...
This is a good excuse to have us look at cats for the next, like, minute and a half.
That's very true.
This
Yeah,
this is the best part of any Fudj video I think I've seen.
Yeah, just cats.
Yeah.
I love cats.
This is being carried by the amount of cats on screen. It's also admittedly a good way to visualize a billion things, I think, maybe, potentially. A little bit.
What, 9 cats?
No, we're not done with the analogy.
So unlucky as to have them all meow within roughly the same period of time, well, I can say with no exaggeration that Ted would kill everyone. At approximately 45 billion decibels, Ted would end the world. And it wouldn't even take all of his incredibly dopey little clones. Wow, imagine what 1 billion lions could do. The tallest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, standing at a colossal...
So, he's already factually incorrect. Because
Yeah,
sound
he acknowledges that.
Sound levels are not additive.
Right, he acknowledges that. He knows it's a silly argument.
Okay.
Which is, why put it?
Yeah, why present the argument if
I
it is
think
silly?
he's just being silly.
Okay.
I mean, the premise is a little silly, but
Maybe he did just want us to look at cats, so we like feel better about the video.
Yeah.
Great video so far, but it's about cats, so.
It's about cats. Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna be
It's about
a line lawyer, you got to bring out a little bit of silly. It's just how it is.
Yeah, you got to be.
And cats
are you
basically just small lions.
Yeah. Are you like a Saul Goodman lawyer, Bradley? Are you like in the back? You're like, I'm gonna trick them into thinking my client's this person, but it's actually this other person. And,
oh yeah.
And now the jury is
considering
convinced.
he is the best lawyer of all time. Yeah.
Goated.
Yeah, I'm a Saul Goodman type lawyer for sure.
He lost to Grunkle Stan though in this rap battle I saw.
Dude, I saw that rap battle.
Oh my gosh.
It's fantastic.
That guy just makes peak. Like
Wait, is that the same guy who did like a commission for like him to be in a Has-Been Hotel animation?
No. It's not. It's not. Whatever the fuck that guy's name is, I don't fucking know.
Verbalace is
Verbalace. Yeah, no, it's not Verbalace. It's It's
his name's Eddie FRB.
Eddie FRB. Yeah, and he makes animated rap battles between like various characters in fiction, and it's very
that's
good.
Cool.
His next one features Lime King, which I'm really excited about. Sorry, this is completely unrelated. His next rap battle features Lime King, who did the Pokemon cipher with like Shofu in them, which is also supposed to come out, and he's really good at rapping and dancing. He's like an Australian dancer, like hip hop dancer. He's really talented. I'm very excited.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be King K. Rool versus somebody I forget. I just know it's King K. Rool, and that's really cool.
Ted would end the world, and it wouldn't even take all of his incredibly dopey little clones. Wow, imagine what 1 billion lions could do. The tallest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, standing at a colossal 830 meters high. If you stacked 1 billion pennies on top of each other, your treasury tower would reach a height of 870 meters, taller than the Burj Khalifa. And perhaps most disconcerting...
Could you imagine how like difficult it would be to balance 1 billion pennies?
I could do it.
How impossible it would be.
it would not. You could do it in a vacuum.
If there's any wind, it's over. If there's like any amount of wind or air.
Wonder if that's like a world record that exists, most amount of penny stack.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah, look that up.
Mr. Beast could do it.
Guaranteed.
I'll look it up. World record tallest penny stack. Tallest penny tower is 121.
Bro, I could beat 121. What?
I could beat that right now.
Largest stack of coins
is
tallest single column of coins ever stacked on the edge of coins.
Someone
was 253 Indian 1 rupee pieces.
Wait, how does that beat the normal stack?
I think Indian.
120 something.
I think the rupees are like wild or are wider, right?
I don't know. I've not held a rupee.
I think they are.
What counts as a coin? Can you use those chess pieces with the ridges that
the really
fit
thick
into
edges?
Each other?
No, I assume it'd have to be publicly traded currency.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
And perhaps most disconcertingly,
what if the billion pennies were in a forest? That's a good point, Chad. Actually, you did.
Yeah,
if
they're not even there.
If the billion pennies were in a forest, we could stack them. We could stack more than a billion. We could stack 10 billion, and they would just be molecules combined into. They're just molecules combined that we have ascribed value. They're really nothing if you really think about it. Yeah, in the forest they really aren't anything.
Billion is just over half the amount of Pokemon challenge videos on YouTube in which a content creator who has run out of ideas is asking if it's possible to beat a Pokemon game under a requirement that isn't actually that hard.
I think this is just like cringe.
I sense bitterness.
I also sense bitterness, which is
I sense bitterness in his voice.
also, can we like look at the videos that he chose for his visual? Beating Pokemon Red with only Jigglypuff and no items isn't easy. Beating Pokemon with only shinies is certainly not easy. Beating Pokemon with only a Deoxys is like the easiest one here, but they're also doing a speed run, and it's the one with the least amount of views. So I don't even know, like, what...
Did you see the video of someone beating... It was a Pokemon game, but it was like through completely random inputs?
Yeah, it was
done by, like, a computer.
Was that like the AI plays the Twitch one? Twitch plays Pokemon? Oh no, wait, no, that's
that one.
No, because Twitch, no, that was chat, so that wasn't random.
Oh no, it was like a computer that would randomly input one button on the like DS or something.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And
it's just monkeys on keyboards.
Yeah, monkey on a typewriter.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is. I think this is bitterness, and it's kind of sad. And it is present.
Hate to see it.
It is present in most of Fudj's videos.
We should acknowledge that it's a little tongue in cheek. I think.
Sure, it's not funny, but you know, I don't.
No, I agree. It's not.
It's not funny. It's just, but you know.
I don't think he's being completely serious.
I think that he's being. I think there's a hint of truth in every joke, Bradley.
No, that's fair.
That's all.
Man, I'm going to hell then.
Yeah, so is Alan. Don't worry about it.
Pokemon challenge videos on YouTube in which a content creator who
you're going to Has-Been Hotel Hell, so it's actually going to be a pretty good time.
Oh, thank God! throw me to the wolves. I'll come back a father.
Man,
that place don't sound half bad.
Was the wolves a reference to Luna?
Yes.
Nice. Throw me to the wolf. I will be fine.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Deers is asking if it's possible to beat a Pokemon game under a...
With only Honey Tree Pokemon, with only Mudkip, without taking damage. Damn, dude. With only one Obama. This guy just sounds. The man dry bread guy might be just beating at Pokemon with one of every single Pokemon. That's an interesting.
He's just the greatest player.
He might be the GOAT. You know.
He's just the greatest player.
I do like those videos though. I find them very entertaining.
I enjoy video game challenge videos. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the shout out to the Bones5 on YouTube. He makes a FNAF challenge videos, and it explains in detail how he goes about completing each of them. And like some of the challenges he's done are ridiculous. Like he beat like FNAF 1 without using the cameras, or not the cameras, the lights. Which is incredibly difficult because that's how you like fend off animatronics or know that they're there.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, he beat FNAF 1 in real time, so the night was actually 6 hours long. And that was a fucking he's an insane individual. He's amazing.
Wait, is how FNAF work? Does it work like as the night progresses, the enemy AI or whatever, it scales in difficulty?
Yeah, like it goes. Yeah, it goes up over and over again.
Okay.
Or it like increases incrementally throughout the night, typically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Requirement that isn't actually that hard. Jesus Christ.
Handy family. The out of context video isn't mine. It's Jaunty Web's. Go watch it on Jaunty Web's. It's a fan made thing. I'm not gonna just post it on the UFR channel. It's
Steal
not
content.
Steal. Commit theft.
That isn't actually that hard. Jesus Christ. Hopefully now you have an idea of how much a billion is. It's quite a lot. It's fair to say that the Lions have an astronomical, almost inconceivable numbers advantage on the Pokemon. A question that often comes up during this debate is, where is the battle taking place? And while I don't mean to come off as condescending...
Why is your text not centered? Why is it like slightly up?
Oh, I noticed that.
Why is it slightly up to the top left? Why'd you do that? Is that a stylistic choice?
Not that hard to hit align left, align center, align center. Just click 2 buttons. Usually in most editing programs these days.
It's a billion lines. There's not exactly a local Weatherspoons they can all go to sort this out and then have a fucking pint.
Alan, what do you think of that? What do you think of the local Weatherspoons?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Alan, you've ever been to a Weatherspoons?
I have not.
Do you?
What is a Weatherspoon?
I've never stepped foot in the home countries.
I think it's a British pub. Alan is British adjacent, so I thought I'd ask.
British adjacent.
Yeah.
The worst type of British.
The adjacent ones.
You take that back.
It's a billion lines. There's not exactly a local Weatherspoons they can all go to sort this out and then have a fucking pint after. This fight is worldwide. But of course, it isn't being done entirely on paper, and it's the numerous variables and attributes the Pokemon bring to the table that make the debate so...
So, for the record, I would just assume it's like it's Minecraft super flat world. That's what I picture.
Likewise.
Wait, why would we
infinite plane?
Why would you assume? Because why would you choose a biased world that could be biased toward either party? Why wouldn't you just choose flat?
I suppose that's fair, but I can't believe I'm arguing for the Pokemon side. But wouldn't you be like most of your fish Pokemon become irrelevant, right?
Well, no, they can all exist outside of the water.
Okay.
Like in the games,
and there are also Pokemon that can generate water to put them in,
which is the other the other thing.
But in the anime, doesn't was it Misty's Goldeen become useless if not in water?
Yeah, but also in the anime, like you could have there are times where other fish just exist and like float around in air. So I don't even. I don't know. Maybe it's a Goldeen problem. Goldeen specifically is useless, which is fair because Goldeen and Smash Brothers, Goldeen and Smash Brothers flops around when they come out of a Pokeball.
Oh yeah.
So
for some reason I get them all the time.
Yeah, Goldeen can be useless.
Right, but I guess just for the sake of argument, fish Pokemon will be able to be somewhat reliable on if we're establishing Minecraft super flat as...
Even if they weren't, like, would the Pokemon need the fish Pokemon to beat the
No,
lions?
they wouldn't, because there's like 2 or 3 even just one specific Pokemon would annihilate all of the lions.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that W then. No more fish Pokemon for you.
I take the fish Pokemon. They're going down.
Put them home.
Yeah.
Back in the ocean.
I'm probably gonna need
They're not done. Like, because once, whoever generates water, they get to live, so...
well,
how are they going to beat the lions without Magikarp?
What? Well, Magikarp is also a fish that, like, flops around, like, notoriously. So you could take Magikarp as well.
Who can apparently splash over a mountain, which doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what to take from that.
The Pokédex is full of lies. It is unreliable.
We are gonna get there.
We'll
baby.
get to it.
We will get there.
Of course, it isn't being done entirely on paper, and it's the numerous variables and attributes the Pokemon bring to the table that make the debate so furious. Within their ranks are Pokemon with nigh-on apocalyptic abilities, so let's take a look at some of the planetary threats. Yveltal's Pokemon Y...
Yeah, those people are dying, holy shit. He like pulled the
Right.
Earth from space-time. That was crazy.
That was an alarming soundbite.
How do you even find... You just look at people dying, like, on live...
Oh, there is a sound effect for everything, my friend.
I'm sure.
Pokemon Y Pokedex entry states that when its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy of every living thing and turns into a cocoon once more. So...
Well, I mean, that's it. That's the end of the argument right there. We don't need to continue this discussion.
We've already discussed potential ties, and that would fit into that category.
No,
would
it wouldn't.
not?
No, it wouldn't. It turns into a cocoon. It gets to live. That means it's
Oh,
one Pokemon to 0 lines. There's no...
Like 1,000 years after that.
He does kill all the other Pokemon, but...
Yeah, but he
he's
lives.
the last one standing.
He's the last one standing,
Yeah.
so he wins.
Mr. fucking Rogers in the bloodstained sweater comes out on top. He gets to live.
Mr. Rogers.
The life energy of every
No one's gonna.
living thing.
And please, someone has to get that reference.
I get it. Yeah, Ultimate Showdown.
Okay, thank God. All right,
Oh, yeah.
one guy got it.
That's a Newgrounds classic. I think.
Yes,
Is
people
that,
got
is
it.
that
People
Lemon
got
Demon?
it. Yes, people got it.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Based on this, I'm leaning towards Pokemon now. Now that I watched this video,
I have to
say.
say. Wait, so here's the thing, right? What we need to do is he's setting up a fake argument, because what he's doing is he's going to use a bunch of Pokedex entries to explain why the Pokemon should win, and then say we can't use the Pokedex. That is where this is going.
Oh boy, here we go. So I can't wait to hear the excuse as to why we can't use the Pokedex.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be made. The Pokédex can be unreliable.
Well, we could get to that when he talks about it, but I'm more interested in how do you square away Kyogre and Groudon, because both of them have done things in universe in cutscenes that would kill all of the lions, such as flooding Earth or turning Earth into like lava.
All right, flooding Earth doesn't make any sense because you're just going to make it rain.
Yes.
Doesn't like the rain cycle prevent that? There's like a limited amount of water on Earth.
No, he
he
does it in game. It's not debatable. You can see it happen.
Yeah, but can it happen in real life world?
So if there were so there is more trapped water within the
I'm
Earth's
sorry, we
crust.
haven't yet decided whether or not we're going to be in real life world or Pokemon world or
Listen,
Minecraft.
I'm
flat, whatever
bringing
that means.
science into this motherfucker. If we have some Pokemon that can manipulate water, there is enough trapped water inside of the Earth's crust that is larger than all the oceans combined. So technically, if he could leach all the water out of the rocks in existence, he could flood the entire Earth.
Yeah, I guess technically, but can Kyogre do that?
Also, who the fuck?
What do you mean, obviously?
No.
Where else is it gonna come from?
Name 10 Pokemon.
Name 10 Pokemon, Chameleon,
Lopunny,
Squirtle, Gardevoir, Lopunny, Blastoise, Poliwag, the two
West
small
Key.
Pikachus, the brown Pikachu, the other little Pikachu.
That doesn't count.
You could name just 10 Pikachu and Pikachu clones.
I'm not wrong. Look, they're Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu.
Detective
Yeah,
Pikachu.
but you're not naming them.
Pikachu Libre.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yveltal is currently on screen.
And that's a Gen 6 Pokemon. We are currently talking about a Gen 3 Pokemon. And you're only naming Gen 1 Pokemon.
He said
I
Poliwag.
don't give a fuck about Pokemon. I only care about Gen 1. The rest are irrelevant to me.
Is
So who are you to know about the capabilities of Kyogre?
Is this a
I'm
Zesty?
bringing in physics into this.
Zesty can't talk about
Physics?
TF2 competitively.
It's literally
'cause he's not-
impossible to rain the world into a flood.
Listen. If we're trying to like maintain like some sense of physical reality here, the water has to come from somewhere. It's not just going to manifest out of like miniature
That's
black
my
holes.
argument.
Right? Yeah, so it's going to have to get leached out of somewhere local, and that's going to be the Earth itself.
Why would you assume that?
Because where else is it going to come from?
That's my argument.
Yes, so it has to. If we're gonna, if he obviously can do this based on a cutscene, can flood the entire fucking planet. The water has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, in Pokemon World, but that's been established several times that Pokemon World makes 0 sense, and we haven't even agreed that we're in.
And a
Pokemon
billion
World.
lions make sense somehow.
Okay, that's a false conflation.
How is it a false conflation?
That's a logical fallacy.
Listen, where are the billion lions gonna come from?
So this is my thing, right? I don't think the world we're doing it in matters. Me personally, because Pokemon.
I think it does matter.
Pokemon spawn water, like Blastoise spawns water. He uses water gun, water appears. It doesn't come from anywhere. The Pokemon can spawn water from nothing. That is a capability they have. We don't, besides, you wouldn't say if Superman versus Goku, right? You wouldn't just nerf Goku by saying he exists in a real world therefore he can't fly. Like that's not what we're doing. That would be the silly thing to do. We judge the Pokemon based off of their abilities.
But we're explained the mechanics of how Kyogre floods the world.
Yeah, he creates rain. It doesn't come from anywhere.
I don't think he creates rain. I think he makes it rain.
Either way, you think the water cycle doesn't happen? You think the water cycle doesn't exist? Yeah, in any sense, the water comes from somewhere.
Yeah, the water cycle exists in our world, but it makes no sense in the Pokemon world with the way it's described.
What and where's the water cycle in the Pokemon world described?
Well, isn't in Gen 3, like, Kyogre is able to flood the world by simply making it rain?
Yeah.
It's like a meme that, who is it? It's Team Aqua, like, makes no sense.
Yeah, because...
That's been, like, a meme forever.
Yeah, because they're trying to flood the civilization, but that would kill civilization. But their goal is to take over civilization.
That's not the meme. The meme is that it doesn't make any sense because of the water cycle.
What?
Kyogre can't just... endlessly make it rain because there's a limited amount of water and it wouldn't flood the planet.
But he does though. Like it happens and it happens. It occurs.
Yeah, in Pokemon World, you describe the world as Minecraft super flat.
The water cycle doesn't exist in Minecraft either. So what do we have?
Yeah, that's my point. We gotta set these rules into place.
I think giving Kyogre the ability. Also, people in chat are bringing up Rain Dance, anyways. But which is just a move a move that creates rain. So if the
why would you assume it creates rain rather than just making it rain?
Why would you assume it doesn't create rain? It comes out of nowhere.
There is no water in this air. Oh God.
Also, yeah, you could just. Frankly, you could probably just create rain, like, in chemically, because all air has water in it. Or, sorry, all water has air in it. It was the other way around. No, chat, don't do it. Chat, please. Hold yourself. I didn't say that. Chat.
Hold yourself.
Restrain yourself. I stopped it.
Alright, we're going in circles, so I'm bringing the argument ender. It's being sent to Discord. Here we go.
If it's the fucking gymnastics image again, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, no, I prepared for this.
What? How do you prepare for a debate like that? You can't do it like this.
Yeah, you want to talk. You never prepare.
I don't need to. I'm that good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Mr. Oh, I can't name 10 Pokemon.
I don't need to name 10 Pokemon when we can show that one can literally turn Earth back into the Hadean era.
This is a sea lion stat. Oh, he's okay. Wait,
there.
so sea lion. Okay, he's right. Actually, I'm with him on this one.
Yeah,
sea
that's
lion
actually a really good point. Actually, what the fuck?
I win.
Why does it have one special attack?
Because, why do you think?
I think it deserves at least 5. Look at that face.
5. What's a sea lion's projectile gonna be?
They're fucking heavy, dude. They can like push you.
Spit.
Spit.
Why does it have so much special?
Sea lions are fucking mean.
I mean, look at that.
What about
blubber.
lionfish? Oh my God, you guys, we forgot about lionfish.
I mean, there'd be something to be said for a billion lionfish against the billion Pokemon, or the billion lionfish versus the Pokemon. Because at least they have venom.
Venom.
Okay, so this is a conversation I don't think we brought up yet. But how do you power scale a lion to a Pokemon?
So this is interesting to me, right? You don't power scale the lion to the Pokemon, right?
I disagree.
Why?
Check Discord.
What the fuck? Why did you? Shut the fuck up! Why did you make these?
Yeah.
Shut the what? Why?
It's important. If we're comparing lions to Pokemon, it needs to be.
I don't. So here's my.
Like,
I don't
needs to
agree
be
on
some semblance of a.
No, I don't agree with this premise. I don't think lions can use Pokemon moves. I think there's. I don't think a human biting a Pokemon would be the move bite.
Yeah, that is not an equivalent.
Yeah, this is why I don't think they could hit ghost Pokemon for the record.
I don't know why we're immediately coming to that conclusion, and I'm glad you brought up ghost Pokemon. So you see, I have an image of a lion.
What?
So I don't know. Should we? Maybe we should do agreement on whether a lion is a normal type, or is it typeless? Because if it's a normal type, then I think it's reasonable to give it some Pokemon moves that aren't like causal in nature.
Arbitrary statistics on here that are just.
Yeah, I think this is arbitrary. No, it doesn't have a type. It doesn't have a type. It's not a Pokemon. It isn't a Pokemon.
Like humans, Pokemon.
Lion and Pyroar are two different things. The lion is an animal.
Well, we're making the lions battle the Pokemon, so that
doesn't mean they are Pokemon. If I can battle a Pokemon, I'm not a Pokemon.
You know, I appreciate
we accept
how thorough you've been with this.
I have more pictures, and I will be using them.
I have more pictures.
I have more images. I have WebPs, and you're going to accept that.
I decided the lion's stats based off of what I consider to be the most lion-like Pokemon, and I believe that is Pyroar from Gen 6. So I grabbed all the stats from that Pokemon because it's just a lion, the Pokemon, except it's fire. So I removed its fire capabilities, and I nerfed its special attack because what's a lion? What is a lion projectile?
Lions aren't Pokemon. You can't change the lion into the Pokemon because that changes the fundamental premise of the argument.
What makes something a Pokemon? Wait, actually, like in the lore of
Pokemon, you can't capture a lion in a Pokeball.
Why not?
It doesn't work. No function.
Has anyone ever tried it before?
I don't know. That's the other issue is that there are animals in Pokemon games. It's just that they're very seldom.
There's
do they have types?
We don't know because as far as I'm aware, I don't think there are any animals in the Pokemon universe.
There are.
Besides like a couple times in like Gen 1 or something where you see an ambiguous fish in a fish tank.
Yeah, there's fish and birds and shit. They exist. Pokemon are supposedly like digital in some capacity or something. I forget like how the lore works in this context. My point is that you shouldn't be changing the lions to be Pokemon. That defeats the point of the argument because now you're just having a billion Pokemon.
Now we're having Pokemon versus Pokemon.
Okay, all right, but how are you going to quantify the damage a lion bite is going to do against a Pokemon?
So like my assumption is we're getting out of like attack damage numbers and statistics. We're just bringing what a Pokemon can do into physical reality. Like fucking Pikachu's lightning bolt shit is like getting struck by a fucking bolt of lightning. That's like the equivalence I'm assuming here. We're bringing things into physical reality. Like fucking Charizard breathes fire. That is just him breathing fire.
Yeah, like we should.
In the anime,
right? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Doesn't Pikachu constantly shock Ash, and Ash is fine?
Well, no, but that's in the anime.
That's in the anime, of course. But you can get struck by a bolt of lightning and live as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think it's reasonable to assume that Ash didn't get struck by lightning several times throughout the series because it would probably kill him.
I also
at some point.
Ash gets struck by lightning from another Pokemon and does almost die. So I don't like a stronger Pokemon. I forget who it is, but I know that does happen.
Okay. Also, Professor Oak has been flamethrowered before.
That's true.
He's all right.
He's chilling. Yeah, no, I don't think the.
We have to assume that we're bringing all of the Pokemon into like the physical reality as like their own animals with these insane superhuman or supernatural abilities.
I think you still have to contend with the issue of what is a lion bite? Like, how do you quantify what a lion bite is going to do?
Like a normal
Pokemon?
strength against. So like we assume like Pikachu's a mouse, right? And then like what is a lion bite gonna do to a mouse? It's gonna fucking kill it, right?
Is that how we're quantifying it then?
Yes.
Yes. We're not saying like oh the lion has X amount of attack, and then no, it's just like oh the lion bites something. What does that do?
Yeah, like a lion bite breaks a human femur with ease. Like that's the strength we're equating here to like what the physical abilities of a Pokemon in the real world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the stat. This is why I don't think including PP into the conversation is intelligent. Because PP is a game mechanic, but it isn't really. There's no. At least to my knowledge, there was no in-game reason for why, aside from the fact that the Pokemon battles are supposed to be competitive. And there's like a format to it, which is why Pokemon can only use certain amounts of moves in a certain amount of times. There's no like physical limitations.
In the anime, to an extent.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't for some reason. PP's existence in the anime is very inconsistent. And also, if we have to pick one continuity, which is also an issue this video struggles with, by the way. But we have to pick one continuity that we're going with.
Well, I mean, it's an issue in this entire conversation, I feel like.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, no matter what continuity you pick, unless you skew the game continuity really specifically, the lines lose. Like, if you pick the anime continuity, then, like Pokemon are withstanding the massive force and, like, coming out okay and shit. And, like, and they're, like, blowing up buildings and they're massive.
Yeah, and you can, like, throw a boulder at a small...
Kyogre
what's the equivalent of, like, a small lizard and it will be fine. Don't brush it off like nothing.
Yeah, Kyogre is still flooding the earth from nowhere. That's still happening in both continuities.
No.
Yes. No. Yeah, no, we're not.
No.
You can just deny that happened, but that happened.
We already talked about this. It's dependent on the world we're in.
It's not. It's just.
It is. With how Kyogre is described to flood the earth.
Also, how do you
Kyogre summons rain?
How do you contend? How do you contend that with a Groudon like making the earth lava? Because that should.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Okay, that's good. Let's continue. Let's see where the straw man argument goes. Well, it's not a straw man; it's a real argument, but he's setting it up. That's all.
Every living thing and turns into a cocoon once more. So by that logic, the very worst the Pokemon can expect is a tie. This is without even factoring in ghost Pokemon, who might even just be entirely unaffected. Rayquaza's Pokemon Ruby Pokedex entry reads, Rayquaza lived for hundreds of millions of years in the Earth's...
The Earth.
Okay.
So the Pokemon world is the Earth. Checkmate.
Yeah, so there we go.
Well, no, it's the Earth in the Pokemon world.
No.
Which has different properties than our world.
It has an ozone layer. It's the same.
I'm sorry.
Why would we assume
Does
it's different?
Kanto exist in real life?
Well, yeah, there's the Kanto region of Japan, but that was you chose a bad example.
Okay, fine. How about Unova?
Yeah, no, that one's just France. So.
What, Unova? No, that's America.
Or no, which one? What the fuck is the? Yeah, Unova's America. The one after it's France. My bad.
But as a very different.
No. I know. I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying they're like based off each other. No, I agree. I'm just saying that like the properties. There's no reason to assume the properties of both worlds don't work the exact same.
Well, there's plenty of reason to assume they don't work the exact same.
What do you mean?
Kyogre.
No, that's not that is just a that you just don't like that Kyogre exists. He can spawn water.
My argument, though?
He spawns water.
Making that up, though.
I'm not making. He does it on screen. I don't know what to tell you. He does. He literally he spawns water. Pokemon in general spawn water.
That's just.
You don't even really need.
That's the consequence of the nature of the Pokemon world.
That's not a Pokemon world. That's an ability. That's not like the world thing. That's I can do that thing.
Kyogre's ability is to be able to make it rain.
To be able to spawn water, yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean making water out of nothing, though.
Why wouldn't
in Minecraft Super?
Okay, so like you're trying to assign like realistic physics and realistic behavior to inherently unrealistic and mythical things that
Pokemon
cannot
did that
exist. Yes, but like you're trying to assign, you're trying to like dumb down the Pokemon, which then will defeat the entire purpose of this argument like trying to limit the Pokemon to like some kind of physical reality and not like keeping them as they are in their world to fight the lions. Because if you do that and like limit them based off of like hard shit in the real world, then what's the point of having the argument?
All right, I gotta.
Because now you're like watering it down to like 958 just normal animals against 1 billion lions.
What? No, not necessarily. I don't think there's an animal in our world that can make it rain.
Do you think that the water from surf comes from somewhere?
That's a game mechanic.
Shut the no, it isn't. No, it's not. It's just how what happens. The water is summoned. It doesn't come from anywhere. It doesn't appear.
Okay.
It's summoned.
I will agree with you if you can show me a clip from the anime, which I'm not denying it exists, but if you can show me a clip from the anime where like surf gets summoned out of no water anywhere, then I'll agree with you.
Okay. I can't because we're watching this video, but you know, I'll get back to you on that one.
Checkmate. I'm gonna bring up Kyogre's Pokédex entry, but continue the video.
Ozone layer, never descending to the ground. The implication here being that a Rayquaza never needs to land from its flight and thus would be impossible for lions to attack.
It's also impossibly dense. Because like if you can live in the Earth's ozone layer, like you're like a tough cookie, right? You also probably don't need oxygen for whatever that's worth.
Right.
Its flight.
You're breathing ozone.
Yeah.
Would be
yeah. Don't you need a special kind of suit?
Yeah.
Or I guess literally a spacesuit or whatever.
Yeah. No, because people cannot survive in the Earth's ozone layer. The pressure would kill them.
Well, no. So as you go up, the pressure drops. Right?
Oh no. Yeah. Sorry. The lack of. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, so your lungs would pop like a balloon, and also it's like minus 60 degrees centigrade up in the ozone layer, so you'd freeze.
Yeah.
I feel like our body pressure should regulate depending on the environment.
Yeah. What, like as humans, like you think that should just be how it is?
Uh-huh.
And also, as you go higher in the atmosphere, the partial pressure of oxygen drops, so the pressure of oxygen literally gets too low that the oxygen can't force its way into your blood. And you'll suffocate before you even get that high, and so would the lions.
Bradley, I agree that humans should be buffed. You're so right.
Uh-huh.
In the next patch.
For lions to attack. And of course, there's the secret weapon. Perhaps the single most dangerous Pokemon known to man. An unfeeling, existential threat capable of wiping out anything that stands in its way without so much as a second thought. This guy. Macargo's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Pokédex entry tells us the following. Its body temperature is roughly 18,000 degrees. Flames spout from gaps in its hardened shell.
Macargo is so silly. What a silly little guy.
It is a silly Pokemon.
It dies to is twice the heat of the sun, dies to one surf. Like, what? Macargo is such a fucking goofy thing.
Yeah, I suppose we should talk about this now.
Well, no, because
is that 18,000 degrees centigrade or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Bradley, we don't have to. He's gonna throw out the Pokédex entirely. I think it's silly to throw out the Pokédex, but if you want to operate outside of it, that's fine.
Well,
I think it's silly to throw out in-game lore, because I'm of the personal opinion that Pokemon as they exist have been domesticated to some extent, so that's why they don't like burn up the fucking universe or whatever.
Wait, but you pull that out of nothing though.
No. Wait. No. I'm not making this as an argument. I'm saying this is what I believe is true. Like this is a headcanon thing. I'm saying this because it's interesting. I'm not using this as an argument.
Yeah, so you're not saying that's an argument.
No. I'm not. I wouldn't say this as an argument.
If you discard any of the lore of Pokemon, then what's the point of having this argument?
We're not necessarily discarding the lore of Pokemon, but it is fair to bring up contradictions within the Pokédex.
Like, how does Macargo exist and not burn up the everything?
If its body temperature is 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, then it would be so hot that it would burn a hole into the earth.
It would kill everyone the second it existed. It's a Yeah.
True.
And
Earth's core is
okay, so you know what? They never did specify the temperature scale they're using.
What do you mean?
No, I forget. I think Pokemon in general uses Fahrenheit.
Yeah. No, it's.
I forget where that's stated, but I think
Pokemon Heart Gold. It's like it mentions specifically in game, that its body temperature is 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, at least in the American release or whatever.
The Fahrenheit comes from somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we
well,
just
I mean,
pulled
I'm
that
saying
out of
it's.
nowhere.
Well, yeah, it's in game.
Yeah.
Well, is the assumption that it can control its body heat, or like, are we just saying like it makes no sense and that's it?
That isn't proven anywhere.
Yeah,
That's just
that would just be like
that's just
a
an-
logical or like a semi-logical assumption, based off the fact that it doesn't kill everything.
Like, if you had to make it make sense, that's what you would say.
Yeah, you'd say that it has the capability to go to fucking. It's like holding back. It's like I'm only using 1% of my power right now.
Right.
Do you think it could like
I mean,
gradually?
there is
sorry.
precedent for that. I think there's an episode in the Pokemon anime where Ash tries to ride, what is it, a rabbit Ash, but can't because it's too hot. But after Ash gains its trust or whatever, it's able to. Ash
like
is able
calm
to
down.
ride.
Yeah.
Fire horse. Yeah, so
Fire
there's
horse.
definitely fire horse. There's precedent for it, but yeah, body temperature of 18,000 degrees. It's going to melt through Earth's core, if not for the insane pressure of the Earth's core.
Someone in chat brought up that if you're giving lions the ability to breed, then you're giving Pokemon the ability to breed. And Ditto could breed infinitely with Pokemon to get that Pokemon times however many you need. Which I thought,
Alright.
which I
Well,
thought was, which I thought was
I'm not gonna
silly.
use that argument.
Yeah, I think that's a bad. I'm not saying you did. I just thought it was silly and worth bringing up.
Yeah, I know. It's very silly.
But yeah, I think it's an interesting hypothesis. The idea that Macargo just like is just chilling out, the whole time.
But it has the capability of destroying the planet. But
Yeah,
just doesn't.
just chooses not to. Yeah, that would be an evolutionary disadvantage, I feel. But then that begs the question of like, how does the scientist figure out that it could go to 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit? Like, how do you put that one together?
The scientists yelled it like the moment they burned up, and the scientists that were standing far enough away heard them yelling as they were being burnt to a crisp.
Row Animations, I see what you have sent me. I just want to let you know, and that image will be brought up later in this video. Oh, someone left. Oh no.
Oh, what?
What?
Someone left the watch together. Alan, Alan?
Oh, sorry. That was me. I have to go. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I apologize. I have to leave.
No worries.
Something. So, y'all take care. Lions lose always. That's just yes. Lions lose.
I argumentatively mogged you.
No, you're
Zesty does not know
wrong.
what that means.
I don't know what. It's a magical word. Is it like a drink?
No.
It's a gym term. It's a gym term. You would know about that. You go to the gym.
I don't know what a mog is.
It's when you're like so much buffer than someone else that you just basically make them irrelevant compared to you.
Then just say that. Don't use a weird Zoomer word.
What? Why use words at all?
Yeah, true. Just gonna beat the shit out of you. Just fight me. That's all it is. Fucking come fight me. Just gotta fight each other. Lions lose.
Maybe I will.
Lions lose.
Right. See you, Zesty.
Take care.
See you.
Bye, Zesty.
Later.
What a loser, am I right, guys? Fucking hate that guy.
Yeah. Just
Good
kidding.
riddance, I say. All right. 1 down, 3 to go, 2 to go. Let's see it. Let's see if we can get going.
So, for those unaware, the sun, the all-consuming star at the center of our solar system, the very sphere of plasma that heats our planet, is 9,941 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so he's basically...
This means that Macargo is quite literally nearly twice as hot as the sun.
Yep.
Macargo's very existence on this planet would eviscerate all life. It would bring about the rapid, scorching heat death of the planet Earth and likely more. And yet, here a Scyther quite literally strikes Macargo with full swipe in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. The area in which it's found is hot, don't get me wrong, but it exists. Scyther still exists. I, the trainer, still exist. If Macargo is nearly twice as hot as the sun, how is this even possible? How is it not all...
Yeah, so, this is...
They're trying to argue game logic, Are you going to argue? Sorry.
No, I would just say because he's gonna throw out the Pokedex entirely, and I think that's a little silly. But if you want to say that this is bullshit and therefore this isn't an argument that you can use because McCargo exists and you can like catch him and shit, then like fine. I would just contend that like I think there is reasons for why this might not be the case. An interesting, I don't know if this is a common misconception or not misconception, but a common thought. If Yuzu Reddy, also known as Lin, friend of mine, they suggested that all of the Pokedex entries are written by like 10-year-olds, and that because
I've heard that theory,
which I think is funny, but I don't think it's accurate. I think that the 10-year-olds like who go around with the Pokedex, they're not discovering Pokemon that then get like that then they write they write down what they think it is. I don't think that's true, but I think it is funny.
At the same time, it's like, how are you going to quantify that Alakazam's IQ is like 10 million or something?
I agree.
I'm taking an IQ test.
Yeah, he just does really well. Okay, you don't understand. Yeah, no, I think that I think it's fine to throw this out. I wouldn't necessarily use this as an argument but if you do throw this out, then you do have to throw. If you do throw this out, if you throw out this Pokedex entry, you should probably throw out all of them. That's all I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you don't, if we're going by the Pokedex as like God's Bible, like it's just 100% correct, then the Pokemon obviously win, and it's not close.
Well, yeah, but
you
know, as we discussed, you can't really do that just because of the contradictory nature of the Pokédex.
Yeah, the fact that Mad Cargo exists.
Agree.
And the Bible.
And the Bible. No, wait, shit. No, I don't. No, fuck
That's
you.
our Pokédex.
In vapor.
No, how dare you.
In an instant before we could get even remotely close. Furthermore, what's up with this picture from the anime of a girl?
This is the picture that someone in chat sent me. Yes, this is this is a funny image.
And that's where you can obviously bring up the argument you brought up before, where Pokemon can regulate their body temperature, which I'm okay with as an argument.
Yeah, which in which case that would mean that. Assuming that we're going by that, then yes, the Pokemon also win because then we're not throwing out Pokedex entries.
Right.
But yeah, no. I'm not saying there isn't an argument for.
Is he going to bring up other contradictions?
Basis.
What if?
Yeah, I think so.
What if Macargo's like outer layer of lava is like impossibly dense and contains the body temperature? And a scientist stuck a really good thermometer just deep inside Macargo's existence.
Oh. I think that would bring up more problems.
Actually,
though, right? Because the density you would need to contain that heat in such a small form, like that, I could be wrong, but that might make a black hole or something.
Yeah, no, that's probably true. Also, someone in chat just brought up that maybe the girl is just really powerful.
Oh yeah,
that's also an option. We shouldn't really rule that out.
More sense.
I think that makes more sense. Yeah. Maybe that girl is Arceus. You don't know.
Oh, yeah, what's up with this picture from the anime of a girl literally physically hugging a Macargo? How is Macargo constantly appearing in Pokemon games, having been caught with Pokeballs, devices seemingly made out of physical metal, without instantly ending the world, and at worst, making its surroundings slightly bright and sunny? Let's go deeper. Kadabra's Pokemon Fire Red Pokedex entry reads, "It happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers awoke in bed, transformed into a Kadabra." I mean, don't Abras turn into?
Well, this is a bad argument. Like, cause I'll let him finish. But like, the fact that this happened, that a boy awoke and turned into a Kadabra, doesn't invalidate that Abras should be able to evolve.
Well, yeah.
Is he saying
I agree
that's
with
a contradiction?
that, but it does bring up some interesting implications about the nature of the Pokemon universe, that
Agreed.
Little human boys can just wake up into psychic type Pokemon.
Imagine the body horror that might be present in such a situation.
Yeah, or it would just be sad.
Yeah.
It's
I'll let him finish the argument
son-
so you guys can hear it in totality.
Bruh. I mean, don't Abras turn into Kadabra? I'm pretty sure Kadabra don't just pop up on their own. We've seen Abra evolve into Kadabra, but never had any form of confirmation that people turn into them.
Yeah, another thing to note is that I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can hatch like a Snorlax from an egg, but you can also hatch a Munchlax from an egg as well.
Mm-hmm. I believe that is correct. Actually, wait, no, I don't
Okay,
think
yeah.
you can hatch a Snorlax from an egg. I don't think you can hatch the first evolution of a Pokemon.
Well, the first evolution is Munchlax, but
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't think you can hatch as anything other than the first evolution. I could be wrong.
Because Munchlax appeared in what, Gen 4? Did Munchlax? Is Munchlax in a
Munchlax
region?
is Gen 4, I think. Yes. Meh.
Okay. And before that, Snorlax is hatched from eggs.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if that's still the case.
Yeah, they kind of throw out trying to figure out how to work new Pokemon being quote-unquote discovered into the continuity after a certain point. Like, after Gen
Right.
2, really, they just kind of stopped. They just kind of gave up. I don't know why. They gave up on a lot of world-building stuff after Gen 2. It's very sad. It's gotten only progressively worse. But yeah, you are correct.
Okay.
I think that for the record, I don't think this contradicts anything. I think that the fact that I don't think the Pokedex entry is saying all Kadabra are human boys who have been transformed. I think it's just saying that this happened one time.
Yeah, I don't think he's saying that either, but
Kadabra's like, his name is like magic, abracadabra. It's
Yeah.
magic. It doesn't make any sense.
yeah, that's another thing. It's like, who decides Pokemon names?
Me.
Do the Pokemon say their name and then?
Oh,
That's all they
that's
say.
probably what it is
that's
actually.
Their name.
That's probably it.
Oh.
I don't see why that wouldn't be it.
What? You're saying Charmander? Wow, that happens to be like words we use, and it just so happens to be what you say.
That's crazy.
Interesting thought.
Interesting thought. Alan, what do you think?
Yeah, that's probably how it happens.
Alan, I need your detailed synopsis of what you believe about this debate, given the context you've been given so far.
Why would Pikachu just be a
Pokemon still
a word
win.
an animal can say?
Why would it be?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it
Like,
be?
I mean, it makes sense for a dog to make a bark sound, in my opinion.
Why?
But why would the mouse Pokemon be able to say Pikachu?
That's the only thing it can says. It just has like a little recorder inside of it. Like a bot. Like
it has a built-in it has a built-in stream deck, and it just presses the button.
What about like something like Magnezone?
Yeah, no.
is
There's
that
just like
completely-
there's the little flesh speaker inside that just says Magma Zone.
Yeah, this is the real separation
Magnezone.
between lions don't say their own name, Bradley. They can't be Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's like a YouTube skit from 2011.
It's
like
correct. I don't know what to tell you.
Animals saying their real life name.
Why don't the people of Pokemon call dogs barks? Good questions.
These are
That's
the
a
questions.
good question.
That is a good question, actually.
I could see that being the case.
Yeah, but there's a
like,
tweet in the sky. There's a glub in
like
the sea.
thousands of years ago. A glub.
Glub.
Be sure
Glove in
Kadabra
the
don't just
sea.
pop up on their own. We've seen Abra evolve into Kadabra, but never had any form of confirmation that people turn into them. Does that mean Abra and little boys can evolve into Kadabra?
I mean, I'm sure that there are freak accidents or like once in a lifetime things in the Pokemon world as there are in real life. I don't see why we're doing it. You know, it rained fish one time in like human reality. Like that happened.
Yeah.
Like that occurred.
Isn't that a thing that happens like hasn't it happened multiple times? Like whenever there's
Yeah,
like
I think it's
hurricane?
happened like a handful of times, but yeah, it's like a non-zero amount of times.
I guess, but I think that pales in comparison to a human child turning into a Pokemon.
What if they were really smart?
I guess you got me there.
Yeah.
What if they spent their entire childhood bending spoons?
That's a good point, actually.
Should we believe it? That would be completely unprecedented. Dusclop's Pokemon Ruby Pokedex entry states, Dusclop's body is completely hollow. There is nothing at all inside. It is said that its body is like a black hole. This Pokemon will absorb anything into its body, but nothing will ever come back out.
It is said is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Also, Like is doing a lot of heavy lifting. I would assume that the fact that everyone doesn't, that this is more, I think this is more convincing than the automatically changing body temperatures thing. The fact that it's consuming all things is maybe an implication that it's probably being contained. You know what I mean? There is some containment going on, and that can't be undone. Which then, which you know begs
absorb anything into its body.
Which begs the question on how you learned that there was a black hole inside. Like, what happens when you X-ray a Dusclops?
It begs the question why we're sending 10-year-olds to catch these horrifying monsters.
Thank God there isn't a Pierce move in Pokemon. That would really fuck up some Dusclops. You know?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
So, firstly, again...
Oh yeah, people in chat are bringing up that there's a ghost Pokemon that's like a trunk of a tree. That's just a human child, apparently.
Oh yeah, there's a few ghost types like that. I think Gengar's like that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, humans can become Pokemon. There's multiple precedents for that, actually. That's not even... That's actually a worse argument than I thought it was. Huh. Weird.
Fascinating.
Curious.
Back out. So, firstly, again...
If you guys could turn into one Pokemon tomorrow, what would it be?
Ah, good question. Lopunny.
Okay.
What?
That's good. That's weird.
What?
Alan, Alan, what do you think? No, don't say Vaporeon, bro. What? No. Tony, please have a not. Please.
Would we turn into a Pokemon in
Lucario?
Oh, thank God. Wait, no, that's also weird. Fuck! No!
Lucario's cool. It doesn't have to have any weird implications. And I'm curious, would we be transforming into a Pokemon in this, like, real-life world or the Pokemon world? I think my answer would depend on that.
That's a good question.
You wake up in your bed tomorrow as this Pokemon.
Oh, that's horrifying. I wouldn't be able to go out in public again. Maybe a ghost
Ditto.
because I think I would be able to turn invisible.
Ditto is the correct answer. Holy shit.
Oh!
Holy shit, Tony Allen. Tony Allen is my goat.
We figured it out.
We figured out the correct answer. Ditto is correct.
But then that begs the question, would that be the same answer if we were teleported into the Pokemon universe?
Wait, does that mean... Wait, sorry. I have a better question. Does that mean you have the dumbass face no matter what you turn into?
Oh, that's a good question.
And if so, does that mean you're just like you can't talk either?
Well, yeah.
You can only say ditto.
You can only say ditto. You're just like you wear a mask everywhere you go, and you look unusually happy all the time.
And yeah, and you just never talk. But so if those are the rules for Ditto, then it might be better to choose a Pokemon that is actually capable of talking. And there's a few examples of that, including Lucario, I think, in the movie. Or I guess
Mewtwo. Mewtwo can talk. He can telepathically talk.
Or yeah, telepathy.
Yeah.
Slowking. I think Slowking. Yeah, Mewtwo, Slowking talks in one of the movies, I think.
Ditto is the spy from TF2.
Yeah. Yeah, my answer might still be Ditto, because on top of all that, you have shape-shifting powers and can turn into literally anything.
Yeah, and you take the powers of anything you turn into as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take the powers of my coworkers. Become slightly okay at badminton.
Oh, yeah. You pushed it too far. You were abusing your power.
No.
Will ever come back out. So, firstly, again, bullshit. We've literally never seen this happen in any definitive manner. But if it's happened in some
I
form...
don't think you need to see something happen in game if you're told about it can happen. Like
it still raises questions about the nature of the Pokemon universe that you have to contend with.
Yeah, but like in the same way like a Dark Souls lore entry does. Like I don't have to see that shit happen because the game tells me that it can or that it has. Well, not that it has,
Well, sure,
obviously in
but,
this case, but
like not all lore is made equal, right? Like contradictions in lore, even if you don't explicitly see it, but you're told it, you still have to contend with that rather than lore that doesn't contradict anything.
yeah, of course. I just mean like the fact that it's I don't think this contradicts anything necessarily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I think that the Magcargo thing is more contradictory than this because I think the fact that it has a black hole inside of it is fine. Pokemon literally spawn black holes somehow. Like that happens. I forget what it's called. It's the void move, void ball or whatever the fuck. Someone in chat will know.
Oh.
But
it's maybe Shadow Ball.
Might be Shadow Ball. It's the one that it's the one Zoroark uses in the Smash. I don't remember what it is. Or no, the one that no, because he doesn't use, whatever. I don't care. Anyways, point being,
Zoroark used like Night Slash.
Yeah, no,
Smash.
yeah. There was maybe it was in Smash 4 before they changed him, but he had like the ball that sucked everybody in. I don't remember what it is.
It might be Shadow Ball.
Are you gonna do like a poll in chat, or have you already done a poll in chat? Or are you gonna like wait for?
For the Lions Pokemon? No, I'll do it at the end.
That's a good idea.
I really have to piss, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Gardevoir does it. Thank you, chat. Yeah.
Gardevoir does what?
Gardevoir, not you. That's for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think it's calling this a contradiction is wrong. I think it's fine. I think it's fine
definitionally.
I think it's fine for the concept of a Pokemon containing a black hole. I think that's fine. Like in obviously in material space, you like wonder how the physics of that function, but like the actual act of it happening is like oh, okay, it's Pokemon. I can accept that.
And I guess going back to the Pokemon versus Lions debate, how reliably can it trap Lions into its black hole self?
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't use this Pokemon. Like I wouldn't use this Pokemon as an argument because it's like okay, so Dusclops uncages itself and then it absorbs itself and everything else. It's like okay, cool.
That's a funny phrase. Uncages itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, what are the mechanics of that?
Yeah, we don't know,
Pokemon,
so I wouldn't use it.
Is that an automatic win button for Pokemon?
Or like a tie button? Because that would definitely kill Dusclops, I feel.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think unleashing the black hole would keep Dusclops intact. That's probably why Dusclops is able to exist, in fact.
If Dusclops is an incorporeal form, then maybe it can't be killed. But I guess it can faint, and we're not killing the Pokemon. We're just making them faint, right? That counts as a defeat.
Well, Pokemon can die.
Well, yeah.
So I don't see why we wouldn't be killing them.
Well, what about ghost types?
Well, they can't get hit anyways. So.
Well, that's not even necessarily true.
Well, they can't get hit by the lions.
Ghost types can't be hit by normal type attacks.
They can't be hit by things like physical matter. The only reason they can get hit by they can get hit by Pokemon moves like exclusively. At least that's how it seems to work in the anime. Like you can't punch a Ghastly. It would not function. This is why I think that the argument that Bite is a dark type move is bad, because it implies that if I punch a Pokemon, I'm using a Pokemon move, which is a little bit stupid.
I don't know.
I don't like that.
You could tackle.
And
that's a Pokemon move.
But tackle in the Pokemon universe is like a different thing from tackling it as a human. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I'm not.
It's like a headbutt.
Maybe.
It's not like it's like a weird headbutt thing. It's not like I throw myself on you.
Is it, what is it? Is it the Pokemon Origins anime series or something? It's like
I think in
Was
that
it
they
red
actually
versus
do like
blue?
the tackle, because it's the
Yeah,
Charmander
and
does the tackle and he
Squirtle-
does the bite in the neck or whatever.
Yeah, Squirtle does bite, and like I don't see how you're going to differentiate like that. From
because I don't think that when
like
I
a real
bite
life version of that.
I don't think when I bite a Pokemon or anyone for that matter, I don't like if I bite another human, am I a Pokemon?
Well, that's not the argument I'm making.
Well, no, would I be using a Pokemon move on that human?
Maybe, or maybe a Pokemon is using a human, or a non-Pokemon move, but we're
then why has
definitionally calling it a Pokemon move.
What's the debate right now? What are you guys even
we were
talking
talking about like
in both categories.
We were talking about whether or not
so tackle it.
We're talking about whether or not bite is a Pokemon move, but like if I bite someone, am I using a Pokemon move?
It's a Pokemon move.
Sorry,
but it's also like a normal move that anyone can do. I think it can fit into both of those categories. And is a Pokemon tackle special in any way that differentiates itself from, say, like a lion tackle? I don't know.
I would say yes. But also like how do you differentiate which bite is being used, because there are normal type biting moves.
See, that's why I have the image of the lion being typeless, because yeah, I don't know if a lion would be considered a normal type or a typeless, or like if its moves would be typeless. Or if we're even using moves for the lion.
Oh well, no, I was
see,
this is the thing, right? I'm throwing it out. I think that we should throw out the typing, the game mechanic portion of it altogether, because I think it muddies things too much. But if you do that, then you can't say that ghosts get hit by biting because they don't exist in physical space. But if you do keep the game mechanic in, then fine. But how do you define which bite a given lion is using? Like, how do you know it's bite and not hyper fang or super fang?
You bite someone in like a sexual context. Is that a Pokemon move?
That's a fairy type move.
That's attract. Dazzling gleam.
Really depends on the intention. If you're biting someone during a Pokemon battle, I would say it's a Pokemon move.
It's all contextual.
Interesting.
Come back out. So, firstly, again, bullshit. We've literally never seen this happen in any definitive manner. But if it's happened in some form of obscure anime appearance that I'm not aware of, why doesn't it just do it all the time to eat?
Why the fuck? What? Why doesn't it destroy all matter in the conceivable universe whenever it wants? What? Are you serious? Are
That's against the rules of the Pokemon battle. You can't do that.
You can't unleash yourself and become a black hole, believe it or not, in the Pokemon world.
Hey, apocalypse level threats are against the rules.
It's not even like it's like things that would distort reality, or break reality
Universal
are against
level threat.
Yeah, like we just can't. Like this isn't fair.
Say this is something. Is this Dusclops? If this is something Dusclops is capable of, then it would have had to use it like at least once, right?
Like I said, I don't know how the scientist who figured this out figured it out.
Yeah. Neither do I.
I imagine they X-rayed him and found what like they X-rayed him and the X-ray broke and they were like, well, it must be a black hole. No other explanation.
How can you how can you X-ray a ghost? How can you X-ray a ghost but you can't punch a ghost?
That's fair. I'm not denying that. I don't know.
Ah.
What? No, I was making more of a joke than an actual statement.
I'll take that.
They just asked him what's inside.
That's a dub. Also, I think the wraps are physical for Dusclops. I'm not saying all ghosts are don't interact with physical space. I'm just saying a lot of ghosts don't.
Some of them are just purely incorporeal.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's several examples of ghost types that are.
Look, all I'm saying is Ghastly is surviving the heat death of the universe.
Unless Ghastly is somehow bound to the world in some way, sort of like how our version of ghosts are. Like I don't know, maybe Ghastlies have unfinished business in our plane of existence.
They kind of that's what they kind of say about
But I suppose that's largely irrelevant to the fighting lions argument.
Yeah, no. It's a little irrelevant, but it is pretty interesting. They do have like some relevance to actual like how ghosts work in our world. And then there's like the existence of human ghosts who aren't Pokemon. That also exists in the Pokemon world, which is interesting.
Oh yeah.
That there's a ghost woman in X and Y.
Ghost woman. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Easily win fights against anything. Secondly, the first law of thermodynamics suggests that
Wait, no, that's thirdly, right? Wait, hold on. Did you say secondly twice? Go back.
Shit, we've literally never seen this happen in come back out. So, firstly, again, bullshit. We've literally never seen this happen in any definitive manner. But if it's happened in some form of obscure anime appearance that I'm not aware of, why doesn't it just do it all the time to easily win?
It's the second half of the first argument. My bad.
Fights against anything. Secondly, the first law of thermodynamics suggests that new energy cannot just be created, nor can energy be destroyed. Dusclops' body would
Are you fucking with me right now? Are we doing this? Like okay.
What's your contention with this argument?
Because applying the laws, like physical laws and shit to Pokemon and Pokemon moves is wild. Because by this rationale, like most Pokemon moves can't happen because a lot of them revolve around creating something. Like Trick Room, for instance, is just you create like an alternate reality from nothing.
Well, not necessarily.
No, that's just what the move is. Like that's the description of.
You don't know how Trick Room works.
Okay. That's what it's. I'm basing this off the description of the move. I don't know.
What if there's? Oh really?
Well, yeah. Like, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not bullshitting, but I'm pretty sure.
Smogan. Oh wait, I should probably pull up the in-game.
I'm looking it up.
Definition. Of
regardless, I would have to agree with Lucid on this. I don't really understand why you would try to apply the first law of thermodynamics to Pokemon.
The user creates a bizarre area in which slower Pokemon get to move first for 5 turns.
Yeah, that's not necessarily like creating energy though. That's like altering reality.
How do you create a bizarre area?
Just try really hard, I guess.
I don't know. How do you create water?
That's what I'm saying. That's my argument.
It's called the water cycle.
But no, you don't. The Pokemon doesn't enact the water cycle, and even if it does, it still must create it from nothing.
Is there a bizarre area cycle?
The bizarre area cycle.
Yeah, maybe. What if a Trick Room is simply summoned instead of created? I don't know.
Someone said the rule of cool goes beyond science, so that's why Sonic can run fast.
Not great.
That's true. Anyways, yeah, I think applying the law of thermodynamics to Pokemon is crazy.
I think it's fair.
I think you're stupid. Checkmate.
Law of thermodynamics suggests that new energy cannot just be created, nor can energy be destroyed. Dusclops' body would eventually have to fill up.
Isn't there a move in Pokemon named like Energy Beam?
Probably. I don't really know.
Making me get
a move in You're talking about Hyper Beam or Energy Ball?
Thank you. Energy Ball was the one I was thinking of.
Okay, that's a grass type move.
What is this description?
Utilizes the power of the sun, maybe.
The user, the user draws power from nature.
Yeah, nature exists.
No, I know. I just think it's funny because nature itself.
It's very vague.
What is Hyper Beam?
What do you mean nature?
Like what does hold on.
Like we're nature. Everything's technically nature.
It's not wrong.
The target Hyper Beam's description just says the target is attacked with a powerful beam. Of what? Who knows? Wait, this has gotten me curious. Hold on.
Is who knows supposed to be an argument though?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious.
Oh, you could have also been thinking of solar beam.
No, solar beam. I wasn't. No.
Okay.
Oh, the description. Yeah, checkmate. The description for surf says creates a huge wave and then crashes it down on the foe.
Yeah, I can create a huge wave.
No, create is to create from nothing.
Well,
that is
to be
definitely
fair,
Not necessarily.
well, yeah, I mean, like a wave is sort of like a. It's
I can
different
create
than
a
water.
sentence
It's not
using
saying
my
that
words.
it creates the water. Like if you create
Right.
a hole,
I
it's
guess you
not
can
like
create
created the thing.
I
that
guess you can
created
create
the
the
hole in.
wave. That's interesting.
I have a peeled banana. I can right now create a peeled banana.
You just said you had the peeled banana.
Yeah.
Oh, unpeeled banana. My bad. I'm creating something.
That's.
How are you gonna unpeel a banana?
Unpeeled banana. What?
Yeah, you said I have a peeled banana. I'm gonna create an unpeeled banana.
I'm being gaslit right now. No, okay.
Someone unpeel a banana.
Someone clip
Let
that,
me
please.
set the record straight. All right, I have an unpeeled banana.
Mm-hmm.
I am peeling it. I'm peeling the
wait.
banana. It is becoming a peeled banana.
What's the
I have therefore created a peeled banana. I didn't make
Good job.
something out of nothing. I changed the state of the banana, therefore creating a peeled banana.
Yeah, but what does it really mean to create?
Well, it can mean. Never mind.
This
Is a
Does the
transformation
description
truly a
of
creation?
like of creating a wave, like a wave, it could be creating sound waves. Doesn't even specify.
Well, no, that's for
Right.
surf, so it's not sound waves.
Well, I mean, how do we know?
Like,
Because we could.
You can
I could
create a
look at it.
wave out of the ocean.
The description for judgment is interesting. It says the user releases countless shots of light. This isn't like an argument. I just think it's interesting because it's like, what does that even? Huh?
Lots of like
Maybe
in a shot
you're-
glass of light.
You're like drawing in, what are they called? Electrons or something. To create concentrated lasers of light. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I
Anyways,
do know is I am creating an eaten banana right now.
I'm proud of you.
And it's very. Thank you.
Is it yummy?
Unless Dusk
Raw.
Pops itself were a portal to a different dimension, which again we've never seen. So is the
Wait, actually, hold on. I want to look up one more on while I'm here. I want to look up what is it? What the fuck is it? Oh, what is it called? Is it this one? No. What? Where? Ah! I'm trying to find. What is the? Is it? It's like something guard. I thought.
Wonder Guard?
No.
Wide Guard?
Is it Magic Guard? It might be Magic Guard. Ah, never mind. Whatever. It doesn't. I was wondering how the Pokemon how it like squared away things where it like it sets up a screen, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making the argument that, or if you're trying to make the argument rather that
Damn.
there are moves in Pokemon that create things out of nothing, I think it would have to like explicitly say that.
I just feel like I don't know how you make the bizarre area, you know. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know why you're narrowing it down to just creating something out of nothing, though.
I suppose.
What's the problem?
It's like you get new elements from
Light screen.
chemical reactions. It's like you're creating new elements, but it's not necessarily making something out of nothing.
Well, that's because that's what his argument is, like the law of thermodynamics. Okay, so
Is the problem the creation or the strange area?
well, no, the problem is like he's talking about the law of thermodynamics and how you can't make something from nothing, that as part of Newton's the law. I'm saying that's silly to apply that to the Pokemon world because it doesn't ever it rarely actually comes into play. Also, light screen says that it says creates a wall of light that lowers special attack damage, which yes, you could probably do that. I just don't like how the fuck do you condense light into something that prevents damage in any capacity, you know? This is why
I'm sure there's a crazy way you can do that without without making something out of nothing. And I'm pretty sure I'm arguing against Fudj here.
Yeah, no, I just think the bringing up Newton's laws in a discussion about Pokemon fighting is crazy.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah.
Pokedex lying to us? Do you really think the Pokedex would just do that? Pretend to be a reputable source of information and lie? Sadly, yes. No. Based on the evidence I've presented to you, I believe the Pokedex to be far less a comprehensive database on the objective attributes of every Pokemon to have ever existed, and far more so, a hype man for the Pokemon, incessantly gassing up his colourful compatriots to a preposterous extent in some form of intimidation tactic.
This is wild. Like,
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny. I just as like an actual argument though. This is crazy. Like, why would?
I think it's just it's like a facetious way of saying the Pokédex
can't
is
use
unreliable.
This. Yeah, we can't use
like,
this.
He doesn't necessarily have to use this.
He doesn't have to say why. I understand. I just like if this is genuinely why he thinks this is the case, then that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally wouldn't agree with it. I'm more on the side of the Pokédex is probably somewhat contradictory sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish I had more examples to bring up. I should have done a bit more research.
The video seems to be less about like Pokemon versus lions and more about like is the Pokédex reliable, and then applying that verdict to the
I think it's an
hypothetical.
important discussion to have. Because...
It is. You're right about that, but I just
also,
and I think you could make an argument in either direction.
Also, are we doing like the Wikipedia thing where because there are a select few instances where the Pokédex is inaccurate, therefore it's inaccurate universally?
Well, no. I think it's just a case-by-case scenario.
Well, then what about the cases where we have no reason to believe it's not true?
Like what?
Like the fucking the Yveltal one, for instance.
Yveltal?
Yeah, the Yveltal. That one.
Yeah, man, those games. It was very hard to pronounce the Boxer Legendaries names.
For sure.
Yeah, in that regard, well, the Pokédex entry literally, like, you see it happen. Whereas
Do you see it
with
happen?
some of the other...
Yeah, for the one where he dies and destroys all living things in the universe.
That happens in like.
I'm pretty sure that's canon.
Oh yeah, wait, no, I think that's the plot of X and Y. Actually, you're so right.
It is.
Yeah, so, well then, yeah, we can't throw out the Pokédex as a whole.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if we're including, then there's no reason not to include the Pokédex, really.
Yeah, but it's no reason to include every single Pokédex entry at the same time.
We can include
But you
the
can't
ones.
include that one.
Yeah, we can
which
include
is
that
enough,
one, though.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
no, I agree with that.
Okay, so the Lions lose then.
Well,
because Yveltal exists, the Lions lose.
We're a little bit more than halfway through the video. We'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
I think I'm slowly walking toward a cliff.
But
I'm okay with that.
Oh no, it really isn't defensible.
To a preposterous extent in some form of intimidation tactic, hoping to make the lions back down. We simply can't take...
Could you imagine, like, you start reading, like a Alakazam or some shit just starts reading, like, Pokedex entries to the lions, like, in advance, like, you will die, but it is a sacrifice I am willing to take. Like, just, maybe you could back down now and we'll spare all but one of you. You'll have to breed with one of us. Make some lion
break out of the
Pokemon
simulation.
I don't like the... Regarding Yveltal, it does its world-ending thing, like, once every 1,000 years, right?
I thought it was if it dies, or if it gets killed. So
that was what the Pokédex said.
Fucking hold on. Yeah, so when it dies, when its life comes to an end. So if a lion were to kill Yveltal somehow, then at the very least it's a tie. Actually, no, it doesn't even. It turns into a cocoon, so it still lives. So yeah, no, it lives.
But what if it's simply... So we we have to kill the Pokemon then. They can't simply just faint.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No worries.
I was just reading the Pokédex for Yveltal. When its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy of every living thing and turns it into a cocoon once more. I don't know, I thought there was like a plot point like involving that would happen. Maybe not exclusively, but that would happen after like 1,000 years. So then maybe it might be a little convenient for the lion Pokemon battle to take place on the very day.
Could you imagine if it just stalled? Just delays engagement for 1,000 years. Like any second now, it'll happen.
Right, and then I don't know. We go into how do we determine what a fight is specifically?
Yeah, this is correct.
I suppose
if it were using stalling tactics, I wouldn't count.
Or sensible. You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I was being silly. I don't think it's
fair. That's a legitimate argument that people use all the time, though.
Yeah, no, that you could that you could stall them out. I don't think that's. I think that's kind of silly. Because like like the Pokemon are gonna outlive all of them if they could just like.
But what about flying Pokemon? Because I'm pretty sure. Did you not make an example of a stalling tactic with Rayquaza?
No, he did. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, he said
But you would disagree with that premise.
Yeah, no, I don't think that the idea that you could like stall and all of them would die of like old age is fair.
Well, yeah, obviously because they can make ladders. Like this, we know that.
Yeah, and they make someone in chat was saying they can make
lion
mechs.
Anyway.
Lion mechs.
Oh, see, better. Now that's an interesting. Man, that reminds me. It's like are items allowed in this fight?
Because if the lions can create it.
Do the lions get Pokeballs?
Well, no. Items are a thing in Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean those kinds of items?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so because they have to be used by trainers.
Yeah, no, I'm totally okay with zero.
I'm totally. Yeah, you're like defending. You're on the lion side. Like, yeah, no, like let's just not have those.
Well, in defense of lions, I think if Pokemon got items, I think lions got items also.
Well, yeah, maybe, probably.
We give the lions steroids.
Is that an item? That's an item.
It's an item in our world.
That's.
What if we give them
Pokemon get
military...
Pokemon get Pokemon items? The lions all get a held item, and it's cocaine.
Ooh, Snorlax gets leftovers. How about military-grade lion artillery?
Lion artillery.
That's an item.
That's good.
So pick your poison, items or no.
No, I'm good with no items.
Me too. For your sake.
For everyone's sake.
Intimidation tactic.
I'm good with no items because that means we could give all of the Pokemon choice band or what the fuck? Not choice band. The other one. The one where if you hold it, you live on 1 HP.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh, man.
What is it called? Alan, what is it called?
I don't know.
Focus Sash.
Thank you.
That
right?
one?
The one where you survive 1 HP if you get struck by a move that's supposed to one-hit KO.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we give all of the lions that?
We're not giving any of them any of it. We're just saying as is because
What if we feed the lions like a bunch of rare candies?
What if we feed the lions? What does that even do for the lions? Do they just get like 1 year older?
Yeah, see, this is why I think that's why I thought it was important to power scale the lions to what would make sense in Pokemon terms. That's why I so kindly made the lion stat spread.
I appreciate your lion stat spread. I just think it is equating lions to something that they aren't. That's all.
If you were to go with that interpretation and it was just like one big like Pokemon battle where the like turn based, I feel like the lions would win. Am I wrong about that?
If it were if it were a turn based Pokemon battle, then yes. This is what I mean when I say if you're saying like in a Pokemon battle that's like regulated, which one would win? Then yes, of course the lions win by numbers. Like that's just a numerical advantage. There's nothing.
Yeah, then you can bring up PP because yeah, all the Pokemon would just struggle themselves to death.
Yes.
And then Lions would win.
Well, no, the Lions would also have PP if we're scaling it to a Pokemon battle.
Okay,
basically,
but
like,
there are a billion lions.
The Lions win.
Well, no, yeah,
Like,
the
you
Lions
gotta
don't run out of PP. That's the problem. And also, the
Fudj
battle
wins
would
again.
take 10,000 years because one turn from the Lions would take forever. And
Well, it wouldn't need to take 1,000 years because all the Pokemon would have lost by then.
yeah, it would take
Way
it
before then.
would take a while though.
It would take a few days.
Yeah. No, if we're doing like a
In fact,
Pokemon,
I have no clue how long it would take.
if we're doing like a Pokemon battle where all the Lions have stats and it's turn based, then yes, of course
and
they
how-
win.
What would they even look like? Would it be a single battle?
No.
I threw out lion.
No, fuck it. No, it wouldn't. It would be. I would assume it would be all at once, just like a very large team battle.
Yeah, okay, but that's not a thing in the games, and I thought that was the standard we were going by. Like at
Okay.
most, you
in
could
either,
do, like, a
it
triple
doesn't
battle.
in either situation the Lions lose. I don't know. Unless
I thought we just agreed that the Lions would win in the.
or sorry, the Lions win. No, sorry. Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
My bad.
Gotcha.
The only way, I guess. Okay, actually, wait. Hold on. Wait, what were your stats? Because actually, the Lions might still get fucked depending on what you wrote. Because if the Lions have no special,
It shouldn't even matter. Even if all your Pokemon are one-shotting my Lions, it still wouldn't even matter.
yeah, it would. If it
Nope,
weren't,
no, it wouldn't.
yeah, it would. If it weren't a team based,
We're talking about like
no. If it were a
game.
No, I know. If there were one-on-one battle after another, it would take forever. But if one Pokemon outsped and one hit KO'd all the Lions, they would never get a chance to attack.
Well, it wouldn't matter because they would run out of PP by then and struggle to death. That's what I'm saying. Like the sheer amount of numbers, like it's a
The
checkmate.
amount of numbers is crazy.
Well, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
so
like
many
my-
numbers. There's like
my,
one number, two
graph
numbers.
said, Lion Believer mental gymnastics. 1 billion lions is a lot.
Yeah, it's just,
Can't beat it.
That's yeah.
Man, I'm hoping I can show you some of my other lion variants at some point.
Well, look at
during this discussion.
We can put them in on the at the end, I think.
I suppose.
If they don't come up again.
Right.
Hoping to make the Lions back down. We simply can't take Pokédex entries into consideration for this debate because the Pokédex lies to you. You know who doesn't lie to you?
Yeah, I don't
David
agree with it.
Attenborough. Here's what he had to say about lions in his stunning 1990 documentary.
This is real, by the way. This is happening. I just want you all to know that this is not. I did not add this. This is not fake. What you're witnessing is real.
He's being silly.
No, this is an argument, Bradley. This is not that. What is about to take place is not silliness.
It's an
David
argument.
Attenborough. Here's what he had to say about lions in his stunning 1990 documentary.
Lepaberry plus Recycle plus Trick for infinite PP for all Pokemon. Said
Yes,
Limonat the boy in chat.
But I don't know. Are we doing items if we're doing the game?
Well, no, yeah, we'd have to be, right? Because that's a game mechanic. They would all have a held Lepaberry.
It's a shame that
Wait.
lions don't have
Wait,
items
are you-
in real life.
I want to read that for myself actually. Is there a way you can post that in Discord?
What
Is
I
it
just
gone?
read? No, it's here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Was it just in chat?
Yeah.
I don't have the live stream pulled up. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Let's see. Lepaberry plus Recycle plus Trick for infinite.
Alan, what do you think about this picture of David Attenborough?
Like it, he's looking at the camera.
He's very studious.
He has a watch. It reminds me of that one scene from Evangelion.
What?
I'm expecting him to Tehepero any moment now.
Only one person in chat will understand what you mean, and the only one person.
Wait, so Lepaberry plus Recycle plus Trick for infinite PP for all Pokemon. Would that only work in like doubles though?
I don't know. frankly.
Would that?
I don't know because I don't know enough about Pokemon competitive meta.
Yeah, I'm not
or
the
competitive
most
stuff.
hardcore Pokemon guy. I mean, I play Pokemon Showdown sometimes.
I assume that would be like a that's like a works for everyone on the team thing, right?
Well, here, let's see.
Opens up
Level
Pokemon
theory.
Showdown.
Restores 10 PP to the first of the holder's moves to reach 0 PP single use, and the recycle, it basically recycles your berry so
Yeah.
you can use it again.
Yeah. And Trick.
And then.
And Trick does what?
You basically you send your item to a different Pokemon, either the opponent or I think an adjacent Pokemon in doubles and triples.
And then you just keep passing them back and forth. I understand.
But would that be made irrelevant if, say, a lion could
kill one of the Pokemon? Yeah, no, like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That takes setup time, which is the problem.
Yeah, I'm not completely dismissing that argument.
That's an
I would have to
interesting
think
thought.
about it more.
Yeah, I don't know if I think I might be dismissing that argument because I think it takes too long, especially if it were in a team-based battle where all of the lions get to attack, in which case you just lose anyways.
Oh yeah, no, I'm allocating like 10 million lines per Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know how the math works out with that.
Are you
but-
you're also the lion general in addition to the lion lawyer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm carrying the weight of the lions on my back because nobody else seems to agree with me.
That's good.
Except for Fudge.
Trials of life.
Lions are mostly active at night and seldom roar during the day.
They're also mega fucking scary and would totally murk the Pokemon in a fight. Inspired analysis as
what?
always, David. Do you have any other
David
sagely
Attenborough said
wisdom?
that?
I can't believe you would say
Yeah.
that.
Believe it or not, he did.
Wait, I think we might be wrong about this, Lucid.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Are you seriously going to disagree with David Attenborough?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't
Sorry.
have. I shouldn't have really brought it up in the first place. You're so right.
He doesn't lie to us.
David Attenborough would never tell a falsehood. I trust him entirely, as a matter of
Right.
fact. I trust everything David Attenborough says.
To impart to us, subscribe to Fudge on YouTube.
I take it back.
Wait a minute. I feel like this might not actually be David Attenborough.
Oh no.
Analysis as always,
False
David. Do you have any other sagely wisdom to impart to us? Subscribe to Fudge on YouTube. His video, Cheating in Video Games.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the
Have
one
you-
you don't like.
No.
Is it?
Did
no.
you cover this video?
No, we have not covered this video, but when he brought it up and I saw TF2 Soldier in the thumbnail, I thought, oh no.
Oh yeah, the one you don't like is who's calling
Video
video
essays.
essays stupid or something.
Yeah. It's a very
Yeah, that's-
it's a very hideous video.
Yeah, no, that's silly. That's like calling painting stupid.
Yeah, no, you're right. It in his video is like, oh no, the video essays are bad, but only these video essays specifically. But also all video essays are lazy and easy to make, except for the people that I like. Smile.
Yeah, if you're describing it accurately, that sounds like a very frustrating video to watch.
I highly recommend it. It is a delightful treat.
Okay.
Is criminally underviewed. It's bitchin'. Wow, I mean, the foresight you have to make such a comment in 1990 is truly a testament to your incredible intellect. Thank you so much, Dave. Can I call you Dave? He's gone. For argument's sake, before we move on, let's take a brief trip to this little fantasy.
So I would like to let everyone know that we are 9 minutes in. We've gotten into one counter argument, and that is it.
Yeah. Hold on.
He has only talked about how we throw out the Pokedex. That is it. He has not made a single other argument. Aside from there are a lot of lions, which is like more of the premise than the argument, really.
What about the decibel cats?
It was just demonstrating how a lot of there is a lot of them.
I know.
Oh, you're being
Cats is
eliminated. Sorry.
It's like a wild name for a band or an album or something.
The Decibel Cats.
Decibel cats. That does go pretty hard.
Actually, yeah, you're so right.
Please don't steal.
And like their debut album would be like Screaming to Break the World or something.
Or like Loud Lion or something.
Like a billion lions.
A billion.
1 billion lions. That's the name of it.
Have you guys seen this video?
Oh no! What?
What?
Hey.
No, I've not seen that video. As a matter of fact,
Cool.
I'm not going to see. I'm gonna tap away actually.
Yeah, sure. You haven't seen that video.
I'm gonna hit play on the video we're watching actually.
The world you live in where the Pokedex is even remotely accurate. Yveltal, as stated, causes a tie when he gets taken down, which he will because it's a billion lions. Rayquaza never needs to land. Okay, lion ladders, lions on mountains. He's dead.
Lions on mountains is wild. Lions on mountains is crazy.
He's being silly.
Mountain lions, you'll never see it coming.
Oh yeah, I suppose this is a good time to bring in an additional image of my arsenal.
I'm sure.
Wait, do we have mountain lion stats?
Nah, even better.
Lionfish stats. What the fuck is this, bro?
Oh my gosh. What the fuck is
That's
this?
right.
What is this? What? What?
We're turning the tides now.
Interesting.
Has higher speed. I'm wondering what the rationale between the special attack is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay, let me explain. Higher speed because it has wings, it can fly.
No, I mean, obviously,
on the
yeah.
land. Higher special attack, it can drop boulders now.
I see.
That's
right.
Obviously.
We got projectiles.
The panthers are forest lions. They're not mountain lions, chat. Cougars are like neither of those things. Anyways, yeah, this is horrifying and the funniest thing I've seen all day. I've only been awake for a very limited amount of time, but it is the funniest thing I've seen all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, I'd say that turned the tide in the argument.
I'd say you got it. Yeah, actually, I've been convinced with flying.
Yeah, lion
I'm still on the fence, honestly.
Lion sweep.
Needs to land. Okay, lion ladders, lions on mountains. He's definitely going to crash into something at some point. Macago being twice as hot as the sun is funny because another hotly contested internet debate is one based around whether or not a billion lions could take out the sun. Most people.
We went. This is what Zesty was ranting about at the beginning of the stream.
This is what did Zesty in.
This is what
never the same.
Zesty, yeah, and Zesty never recovered. The Meet Your Match video is cancelled. He's too busy thinking about how a billion lions would lose to the sun.
Say that the lions wouldn't stand a chance, to which much smarter and more attractive people often reply that they could just chase it at night. Look, if you can...
The sun doesn't... I know he's being silly, but the sun doesn't cease to exist at night.
Well, where does it go? I don't see it.
Oh, I suppose you can prove that right now. Because it's nighttime where I am, and it's...
Holy shit, I see the sun
it's
right
sun
now.
time where you are.
That's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy.
Find the
Fudj has issues with object permanence.
total cumulative
If I close
body
my
heat
eyes,
of a
nothing
billion
exists.
lions into one
real.
energy source, you would create something hotter than the sun. It's a billion lions. A billion lions...
If you combined a billion people, you don't create something hotter than the sun.
What if you mush them all together into a little ball?
I mean, yeah, if you combined a billion people in like a massive like a heat ball, then yeah, probably.
Uh-huh. Checkmate. I'm using the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think he's like...
Has Bradley used the bathroom 3 times during this stream? I'm sorry. Oh, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I think he's making good arguments, but I'm not really like. I think he needs to tell us about his creative writing degree. And then I'll feel obliged to agree with him. Right now, I'm not really sure. I still think Pokemon are pretty powerful.
Yeah, no, he really needs to tell us about his creative
Magikarp
writing.
can splash over a mountain. What are the lions gonna do against that?
Yeah, the mountain lions are in shambles right now. He could splash over them. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Blend 1 billion lions and pour the lion juice on top of the sun. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate it. That's disgusting. How many gallons of lion juice do you think that'd be? Alan?
Yeah, was that a question for me specifically?
Yeah, how many gallons of lion juice do you think that would be?
Like at least 5.
That's good. It's a good amount. Yeah, no, I think this video is better than his other video by a very large margin, because at the very least,
I actually like this video. Not gonna lie.
I think it's very very humorous. I don't think it's well argued though. And maybe he'll do a bait and switch at the end where he's just like, nah, the Pokemon would win, GG, and then because I haven't actually seen the last like 3 minutes of it, so maybe he'll do a bait and switch and he'll be like, actually, Pokemon would have won all along, and I wasted 10 minutes of your life. Congratulations.
That'd be fire.
That would be.
He wouldn't
so
dare.
Cool. He would never do that.
Forfeit his values like that? I don't think so.
It's a billion lions. A billion lions could kill God. Furthermore, if Makago is twice as hot as the sun and he's present at the battle, then he wipes out all of the Pokemon and the entire world just as fast as he wipes out the lions before eventually supernovaing and losing sentience. So again, it becomes a draw at worst. But coming back into the real world, where a billion lions are fighting one of every Pokemon and the Pokedex and anime can't be trusted based on their own
The anime? Why did we throw out the anime?
Can't be trusted.
Oh, we didn't acknowledge. You can't show this picture. Like, this picture doesn't contradict anything if we're throwing out the Pokedex already. This picture's fine.
I think he would have been better off saying, I don't necessarily agree with this, but I think he would have been better off saying you can only trust one or the other, because these two sources of information contradict each other. So which one is it?
Yeah.
But throwing both of them out it's a little silly.
Yeah, I don't know why you're throwing the anime out. You haven't made an argument for why the anime can't be trusted.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hugging Matt Cargo.
Yeah, my fault. Tony, I think this video is better because it's more entertaining, but it is about as well argued as his other one is.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really. It doesn't even really feel like.
It feels like silliness.
Sort of gave up on giving actual arguments.
Yeah.
He's sort of just like trying to be funny, and you know, it's kind of funny, but you know.
Fudj knows the very premise of this argument or this video is goofy. That's why he brings out David Attenborough and.
Yeah, no,
lion ladder.
I'm not asking for him to be like hyper serious about it. I'm just I was expecting from the opening for him to take the argument somewhat seriously.
Yeah, no, it's a mishmash of serious arguments and semi-serious arguments and silly arguments.
Which kind of just like blends together into this mush of like, what is even reality? What does he believe? What doesn't he believe?
It's not that hard to figure out. But it's our job to wade through it nonetheless.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Consistencies, this isn't to say that the Pokemon don't still have quite a lot going for them. Let's take a look at what we do know. Basing this debate off the main series games and their mechanics, which are the most consistently provable metrics, there are still a lot of hurdles.
He spent 11 hours, wow. He spent 11 minutes before he got to the main series games, and there are 3 more minutes in this video. 4 more minutes in this video.
Could that not be a consequence of it's harder to really figure out the complexities of the anime and the Pokédex than it is for the game?
No, I don't think so. I think that you could probably spend more time discussing the game part, and either way, you didn't need to spend that much time like doing that. You know, like for the video's pacing, you didn't need to spend so much time on the first 10 minutes to going over like dismissing one argument and providing one counter argument to it, not very well I might add, and just telling a bunch of jokes before getting to this part of the video where you explain just the core, the meat and potatoes of the debate. The meat and potatoes of the meal isn't supposed to be at the 11-minute mark, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. The argument about a billion lions versus one of every Pokemon it's interesting because nobody really knows exactly what the premise is, if it takes place in the game universe or in the anime or in real life, and how do you even really figure that out? It's very complex, and I think it would be neat to see a video that's like a very long, large, comprehensive analysis of this question and every single possibility.
Yeah, and in that
go into,
and in that video, I think you could talk about the main games for longer than you could just the Pokédex part.
Yeah.
Because I think the main games have a lot of arguments and evidence to offer that could go both ways.
Yeah, but then you would have to translate a line into the game world.
Yeah, and my point. Well, maybe I don't know. You said lion. I thought you said line, and I thought you meant like Japanese to English, and I was like, yeah, of course, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense actually. Yeah, no, I don't know. My point is just like I don't know why this video is paced so horribly. Anyways, maybe he'll just do the bait and switch thing, and we'll have wasted 14 minutes and just two and a half hours.
Lions have to overcome to be able to win. Ghost Pokemon, for example, are a huge potential problem. Being immune to normal type attacks, I see no way that lions could possibly even hit the...
Oh shit, what's he got? What is that?
It's the small child. Also, this is bad.
Yeah, a small child lion, also known as a cub.
Yeah. We've went over this argument. I think this argument is stupid and dumb and stupid and dumb and dumb and stupid and dumb. The idea that the bite
left ambiguous.
I think the idea that the bite that Pokemon uses and just biting someone as like a human or a lion, I don't think those two things are equivalent.
Right. What?
He is equating them and saying that because lions bite things, they are using the bite move, and therefore they'll be able to use the.
Oh, and bite's not normal. It's dark.
It's dark, so therefore they could bite ghost type Pokemon, which I think is stupid. Frankly, I think that's a bad argument.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a dark type move, and I'm not sure if we really decided whether or not lion attacks are a typed move or simply typeless. Whatever that means.
Would everything in ever be a typed move in Pokemon? Like, is walking down the street a typed move?
I don't know.
You would have to say yes, right? You can't. Wait, there's no reason.
What are you arguing against exactly?
I'm saying that if you want to say that a lion biting is this move, which therefore could hit a ghost Pokemon, then you would have to say that everything everyone does ever is a typed Pokemon move, because that means that actions in general are typed Pokemon moves.
I don't know if that's true. Like walking, like what you said, that could be considered typeless.
Why? There are moves in Pokemon. There are moves in Pokemon, like Bounce, for instance, that are very simple actions. They're not necessarily attacks. So, like, why would anything ever not be a Pokemon move if you're making it where like any animal ever can do a Pokemon move? Because it's implied in like most Pokemon media that Pokemon do moves deliberately. So like they choose like, oh, I'm going to commit the action of the dark type move bite. That's what I'm doing. They don't just bite something.
Okay, so you're arguing that.
And I don't think humans Pokemon and other animals have that capability. Is what I'm arguing.
So you're arguing that Pokemon moves necessarily have to have the unique property of having like a type associated with it.
Yeah, like they have the capability to do Pokemon moves. Normal people and animals don't.
With that in mind,
makes sense to me. I would agree with that.
Okay, with that in mind, would we go with the assumption that lions are simply typeless and any attack they do has no basis on how it affects Pokemon types?
Yeah.
Because with that in mind, then lions could affect ghost types.
Well, no, because ghosts don't exist in physical space in reference to everything that isn't other Pokemon. So they can't.
But we see ghost types being beaten up all the time in the anime.
Not by people, by fucking Pokemon.
But yeah.
That's.
But why are you saying that a lion is incapable of hurting a ghost type Pokemon, but like a water type move is capable of hitting a ghost type Pokemon?
Because a water type move is a water type Pokemon move. It's not the same as if I shot it with a water gun.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that makes any meaningful difference though.
I think it does. I think that when a Pokemon uses a move, it's very different from like a human doing the same thing.
Or a lion doing the same thing.
Or a lion.
Because a lion isn't a Pokemon.
Yeah. We know what Lucid's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's that explicitly clear.
I mean, I guess not, but
I don't think it. For the record, I don't think that it matters. But he's presented this as if it's like an open and shut case, and I think that's silly. There's also the issue of
it's not open and shut, but I think there is room for discussion.
Yeah, there's also the issue of like if we don't know if you want to assign a typing to the lion's bite, we don't know what bite it is because it still could be a normal type move that is bite like Hyper Fang.
Right.
So there's also that issue. We don't know that it.
Yeah.
Which is
we don't know that.
Yeah, like we don't know which way it goes. It could go either way, But he seemed to just prescribe that this non-Pokemon is using this Pokemon move that can hit ghost types. So checkmate, atheist, we win. Like I think that's disingenuous at best.
Perhaps he's implying that in the clip that he's showing on screen right now, the animal that the lion has killed is a ghost type because it is dead and it's being bitten, therefore living proof that lions can bite ghost type Pokemon.
Crazy.
Aha.
Also, I don't think it's dead. I think that's a cub.
Well,
also, I don't.
You know what?
I'm not sure how I feel about calling Fudj disingenuous. Specifically in this video, maybe
disingenuous.
I don't. Maybe in other.
Disingenuous isn't the like the argument to act as if there is no other, that it's an open and shut case, because he's just going to move on. He's not going to elaborate on like why this.
Oh,
makes
sure,
sense.
but he's done that like throughout the video with like much sillier arguments.
I'm not ascribing. I'm not ascribing.
Maybe my contention is that like
I'm not ascribing intention.
Disingenuous is like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a strong word, but that might just be on me.
No, I'm not. I want to be clear. I'm not ascribing intention. Like, I'm not saying like he put this in the video knowing it was wrong, but he did it anyways. I'm not saying it's bad faith. I'm saying, like, if he is suggesting there is nothing else to say about this, then that is disingenuous. It's not accurate.
Okay.
I guess inaccurate would be a better word, but I guess like disingenuous is more in reference to the argument, not Fudj himself.
Oh, yeah.
Being immune to normal type attacks, I see no way that lions could possibly even hit the... Oh. Alright, well, there's still proven powerhouses like, say, Dialga, for example. It can use Roar of Time, which has an absolutely monstrous 150 base power, and before anyone says it, no, going back in time is not winning the fight. So, is there any way of...
What, we just threw
it out? How do you feel about that?
We just throw it out? Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
what about going forward in time?
You're arguing that stalling isn't a fair tactic.
Going back in time isn't stalling. What? You're predating. You could either go back in time to when all of the lions collectively are cubs, and then kill them that way, or you could just go back in time to when they didn't exist and win the fight by de facto.
I don't know what meaningful difference like that makes compared to
waiting and not doing anything. Well, in one situation you take action, and in the other one you don't.
I mean, you're technically taking action by
taking no action.
Flying.
But you were engaging with the fight by ending it prematurely. That's fair.
I don't know. Running away is an action. I just don't see why you think that like stalling is a fair tactic, but like running away but through time is a fair tactic. I don't know.
Well, like I don't think running away through. I think it's running away through time. Like you are going to a you are changing the situation to where the battle is more advantageous for you.
Wait, can you say that again? I'm sorry.
You're changing the situation where the battle is more advantageous for you. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
like
Rayquaza would be doing the same thing by flying in the ozone layer.
Well, no, they're maintaining the current situation without engaging with the fight. This is an engagement with the fight. They're still going to fight. They're just going to fight at a different place, or rather a different time.
Is going back in time fighting though?
Wait, no, you go back in time and then you fight. You go back in time to when they're all children, and then you kill all of them collectively. Because as we established, they are all the same age, so this would be fairly easy.
Unless the nature of the lions is that they were never babies, and that they
appeared
existed as fully grown adult lions.
That's a faulty premise, I feel. I don't know.
We're already going with a billion lions.
I wouldn't be willing to agree to that premise.
I don't know why it'd be that much more unreasonable to assume they just appeared.
I don't understand what Fudge's point is by saying that going back in time is not winning the fight.
Yeah,
like, that's true.
Well, can you go back?
Well,
I want to hear what he said again.
He just said... Oh, okay.
Before anyone says it, no, going back in time is not winning the fight.
So this is my thing, right? If you want to say this, you have to explain why. You can't just say like, oh yeah, this obvious win condition. No, like you can't.
So the burden of proof is on Fudge then to explain how
no,
that's
I mean,
not winning the fight.
No, I don't think it is, because going back in time is not winning the fight. They're two different things. But like, you could go back in time
and win the fight.
And win the fight. Yeah, I guess.
Right,
like
yeah,
that's what that's like.
Yeah,
so he's right, but I like, what else is he gonna say? Can we?
Well, no, because he's gonna talk about how strong the Pokemon move is.
Oh, okay.
Like as a move. So,
well, yeah, I mean that's a different argument entirely. That's just going off the game.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm saying is like you can't, because when I do think the burden of proof is on Fudge to say going back in time isn't like winning the fight. It's like you're saying it's cheating basically, which you have to explain why that would be cheating for some reason, because you're in this you've just entered this nebulous world where you could just like nerf Pokemon for no reason. You know,
it's true. Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
Like
as Fudge's lion lawyer, I did my best in saying, conflating, like going back in time.
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's a false conflation, going back in time and also, like flying to as far away from the lions.
Well, see, even
and just have them die of old age.
Well, if
you've made the.
So you go.
No, I was just gonna say you made the distinction that although going back in time isn't necessarily like fighting, going back in time and then eradicating the lions is like fighting, and I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I said it. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm tired. No, I think that like if you say like no, this isn't true, and then you just move on, you're acknowledging that it is something that is said often, but you're not explaining why this very often said thing isn't applicable in this situation. You're just going, nuh-uh. Like, and also, Fudge hasn't even agreed to the premise that stalling is unallowed. So he's still in the universe where we allow stalling.
For sure.
So he also is just stuck with the rationale that for some reason essentially just going to a new place isn't winning, when in any other fight surviving would be the goal, and at some point Dialga has to come back to a time where he can win, and he can't always do that. So I don't know. I think it was goofy to just throw it out there and then just not mention it and not elaborate.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of that in this video.
Yeah,
like this type of video could have been probably like 3+ hours long.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, and you would think, given that it's like a Fudge's thesis, the video and the first of its kind, it's supposed to be like this analytical breakdown. That's kind of the implication of the title.
Wait,
I feel
you're arguing like
it's like, well, because this is the start. This is the start of it. Well, not really. That's misleading, but it's the start of a series called Fudge's Thesis, which seemed to be like geared toward more breakdowns of debates or thoughts on things. I don't think it's the start of the series.
I don't know. I don't think that really implies anything. I think you can have a silly thesis.
A thesis is the statement of argument, and it's certainly an academically inclined word. I don't think that, like, if you named a series, you know, Bradley's thesis, it would probably be a series where, you know, you're probably less tongue-in-cheek than you normally are, you know, or you're at least more focused.
I wouldn't be the most offended though if in the first 10 seconds or so, it's made clear to me that the premise of the video is very tongue-in-cheek and very, very jokey.
I guess. I'm not saying it's misleading.
I don't know.
It's just kind of goofy.
You're saying it's maybe a little clickbaity in a sense?
No. I'm just, like, if you're gonna say this is your thesis, I'm going to treat it as such. Like, I'm gonna treat it as an argument or as a thesis or as something that can be that is to be debated. That's all.
Right.
So and
you could have either given it a better name or been more serious about it, I guess.
And just been like, this is my opinion piece. This is my bald-headed review man calls the videos like this.
I personally don't think he necessarily has to say that explicitly.
I
think
it doesn't have to, but it would help.
Yeah, I'm saying he has to. I'm not saying he's bound by YouTube law. I'm just saying that I think it would be appreciated.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
what I find a little bit frustrating is I don't know, like, just the combination of arguments to be taken seriously, arguments to be taken semi-seriously, and then joke arguments. Like, maybe sometimes it doesn't come across as very clear.
Yeah. Agreed. But that's like something he uses in all of his videos from what I see. Like, in order to avoid arguing a point that he either thinks is indefensible or that isn't something he wants to focus on, he'll mention it so that it is mentioned and then just move on.
It's sort of like what who is it? Is it CinemaSins does, where when they cover a movie, they'll have arguments that are serious and not so serious, and sometimes it's very hard to decipher which are serious and which aren't.
Yes.
And if you do criticize a CinemaSins video, a very common counter argument could be, oh, well, it's satire, they're just being silly.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, there's actual arguments being made in this video that need to be addressed.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with it's very similar with Fudj, where this also happened in his video essay video, where he said things and he said them in a joking manner, but they were just like actual statements. Like they were just arguments or statements about things that were incorrect, and it's like, oh, I'm just joking. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna treat it as if you're not, you know.
Well, yeah, like still address the argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Before anyone says it, no, going back in time is not winning the fight. So is there any way of quantifying how much damage Roar of Time would do in a real life fight like this? Kinda. We have to take a move that's applicable in the real world, like Earthquake. Earthquake has a base power of 100, which means Roar of Time is 1.5 times more powerful than...
Oh man, this is weird. Like, you're conflating game mechanics to real life.
Mm-hmm. Like, an Earthquake in real life has 100 power, so...
Yeah, does it make the most amount of sense to say Roar of Time, which doesn't have, like, an
Hello?
Bradley?
sense for Roar of Time to be... What?
Yeah, can you say that again? Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
You cut out. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, basically my point is that, I mean, you'd probably obviously agree with this. It doesn't make sense for Roar of Time to be 0.33 or 33% stronger than an Earthquake.
Yep. I don't. You're right. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Also, I'm pretty sure it would be a 50% stronger than an Earthquake.
Well, 50%?
Yeah, because it's 150 to 100.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, no, I think that this is a weird conflation of the power in Pokemon stat terms, because like because I'm assuming he's gonna go with the PP argument as well if he's going by this logic as well. Like there's no because there's.
Yeah, and that at that point, like, why are you even bringing
like
in
what is the
real life comparisons?
What's the description of Roar of Time? I don't remember if that's part of the quote unquote Pokedex. I don't think it is, so that's still fair game. What's the description?
Let's see.
The user blasts the foe with a power that distorts even time. Oh boy.
Distorts time.
What does that mean?
It is so powerful that it manages to break the space-time continuum, or I guess distort the space-time continuum.
Is that your definition? Or your interpretation?
That I don't know how else you could interpret it, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Blast the target with power that distorts even time. That sounds like what I said.
Distorts even time.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope so if it's called Roar of Time.
The user must rest on the next turn.
I wonder if that's going to get brought up.
That's the user blasts the target with power that distorts even time. The user can... Oh, it's just the same description.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I think that means it's probably much more than 50% powerful than an earthquake, but who's to say?
You're right. It seems pretty unquantifiable.
Right.
Powerful than it. According to my rather gruesome calculations, the average deaths caused by major earthquakes in the past 5 years is 443.
Oh are we what the fuck? What are we really? Wow. Okay. Okay. So what you're saying is
a little dark.
Also, okay. So we're taking into account the amount of deaths caused yearly by earthquakes. And we're multiplying that by 1.5 to see how many lions Roar of Time would kill per go. I assume.
It's a very funny line of reasoning.
This is such a silly thing because like an earthquake doesn't. If we put an earthquake under all of the lions, it's killing more than 443. I think. Like
also there's
probably
moves in Pokemon that. Although that do less, have a smaller base power than another move, the real life version of that move would still cause more damage. Like I'm sure there's several examples in the Pokemon games where if you use their real life counterparts, the less strong move within the game would still cause more damage in real life.
Yeah.
I don't have any examples off the top of my head, but I don't doubt that that's the case.
Yeah, I think that like moves like Surf, which is basically a tsunami. Like Surf is, if we're doing this, Surf is 90% as powerful as Earthquake, which means that like tsunamis in our world kill much less than 443 people annually, but by this logic, that doesn't make any sense because they should apparently kill 90% of 443.
Right.
So This is a bad line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's a goofy argument for sure.
This is flumpy for sure. I don't like this. Also, just comparing like how much damage something would do in the real world to how much damage it would do against lions is wild because lions notoriously less defensible on mass than humans. I feel. So I feel like
really?
I feel like
lions
if you replaced
humans
against earthquakes, yeah. Like if we replaced all the humans in whatever cities or areas that the people died from, if we placed all the 443 humans with lions, I think more than 443 are dying. I don't know if there's a way to quantify that. There's not probably, but it's just
you kind of cut out. Are you saying that more lions would die from an earthquake than humans?
Yeah, and like because I think humans have enough cognition to avoid dying from an earthquake.
Did the lions build buildings?
Well, yeah, I mean that's my next question. Like, forgive my ignorance. I'm from
the most dangerous,
Midwest, so I don't really have to deal with earthquakes really at all. There's a 0% chance I have to deal with an earthquake. But do the casualties of an earthquake, do those mostly come from like in urban areas, just like the surroundings, or is it like the earthquake itself?
I don't know.
The shaking doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
it's the fact that the building you're in collapses on top of you.
Right, I would
or
assume
it
that would be
causes
the
a
case.
tsunami, at which point a wave collapses on top of you.
Well, yeah, it's not necessarily the earthquake itself. Okay, yeah,
So
that's
it's
what I
not
thought.
like lions build buildings.
Yeah.
So they would just be fine.
Well, no, yeah, yeah.
Unless you're talking
And
about
wait,
lions
yeah, actually,
in...
Alan actually found the better argument. Thank you, Alan. Because now we're if the Pokemon Earthquake kills people by the shaking alone, that means that it's much more powerful than an earthquake in our world, right?
Yeah.
That would make sense, yeah.
So, bad. So yeah, we found another issue with this premise. This is bad. Hooray!
And
we haven't even established like, or I guess Fudj did say that the fight between the billion lions and one of every Pokemon takes place on Earth.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily have to take place in a city heavily populated by lions.
Lion City.
Limonot, I agree that Kyogre ends this argument very easily, but yet we're still here because he apparently won't acknowledge Kyogre. I don't know if he will by the end. We'll see.
No.
Dialga's
Oh, you're talking about Fudj. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Roar of Time, we then need to jack
Because,
that.
like, if Fudj starts posing the argument that Pokemon don't create shit from nowhere, then we could start talking about it seriously. Because, like, I'm gonna be fucking losing my mind if he says that shit unironically.
Figure up by
don't mind that
1.5 to
argument
make it
for Kyogre,
664. We also need to factor in Dialga's Titanic base 150 special attack, and even ignoring EVs or IVs, this is very hard to quantify, but it's so much higher than the average Pokemon, so I'm just going to bolster the number by another 100. However,
he just gave up.
Arbitrary.
Yeah, he just gave up. Like, fuck it. No.
lions are somewhat more physically durable than the average human, so I think it's reasonable to ascertain that for every 2 humans Dialga could kill with a Roar of Time, he could kill 1 lion, so we need to slash that number in half. And so I think we can fairly estimate that Dialga alone could kill about 382 lions with a single Roar of Time. Yikes!
Science.
That was a brilliant analysis.
Love science.
He's figured it out.
He got it. He got
Making
there.
up numbers.
Truly infallible logic.
Yep. Ignore how clustered the lions would be. Ignore how strong the earthquake in Pokemon would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Just going back to Roar of Time, I don't even know how you'd quantify that as a real life attack.
It distorts time. Like,
we don't have time distortion in our world, as far as I'm aware.
We have
and I don't know what kind of damage that would do to someone other than aging them back or aging them forward.
Which would be funny, if that is what it did. It made all the
I'm
alliance
assuming
old.
That's the impression I get from Roar of Time.
Yeah.
At least translated in a real life scenario.
Agreed.
That's scary. Now here's a number that's even scarier. 1 billion! In order for 898 Pokemon to take out 1 billion lions, each one has to take out this many.
That's 1,113,585. Light work.
Yeah.
No light work. No reaction.
Okay.
And obviously, Pidgey can't take out that many lions, so therefore, checkmate.
That is how that works. Yeah.
I was actually going to bring up something somewhat similar, but I'm not sure this was the argument you were going to bring up. But do you think 1 lion is able to take out 1 Pokemon if the Pokemon is weak enough?
If it's weak enough, yes. If it's Goldeen, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, in that case, there might be... I have no clue if this is accurate or not, but there might be, like, at most, maybe, like, 1/3 of the entire Pokédex that is simply made irrelevant just because a lion could one-shot it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't disagree.
Of course, that doesn't take into account the god-level threats.
Yeah,
and I think the legendaries.
I think Goldeen is I think Goldeen's taken out like 34 lines with a surf or 2. I think a Goldeen tsunami would do it, because surf is just a tsunami. That's what it's described as.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not yet convinced that you can use surf, like, say, in a desert or the savannah
in the games
with, like, no water.
Also, people were posting in chat, or posting in the Discord, like, clips in the anime of people using surf in places where there's no water.
Using what?
Surf in places where there's no water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I've been mistaken.
don't even know how to say that number.
Unless we're doing like the water bending thing, which you can, I guess you could pull if you want. Although if you do the where like there's moisture in the atmosphere at all times, so you just pull that out of the air. But if we're doing that, then Kyogre can still flood the earth. So I don't. There's no winning here.
Well, no, because moisture is still like the water cycle still takes into account moisture.
But yeah, but like if you can if you have the ability to extract water from air, extract all the moisture from the air, and then rain it, you could do so. The water cycle isn't like a force. It wouldn't stop you. It's a process. Like hypothetically, if you were a waterbender, you could take all of the water from the clouds, and then the clouds would dissipate.
I don't think it would flood the earth.
Okay, Bradley, even if you didn't, because at the very least, water Pokemon can bend water, and if you take all of the moisture out of the air en masse, you're killing everything except for yourself, who doesn't require moisture, and Rayquaza, I guess.
But I mean, I don't know, if you're taking all the moisture out of the air in your immediate area, I don't know how much water is that.
Well, no,
and I'm not saying Pokemon aren't capable of flooding the earth.
I'm going to the
because
bathroom.
of course you can. Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
My argument was.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, bolstering Lucid's argument. I think that Pokemon are capable of being able to flood the earth by simply if you melt all the polar ice caps and
make a big earthquake in the ocean.
Yes, something like that, and
you don't
draw
necessarily
all the water
have to
inside the earth.
Yeah, you don't have to make it a water planet, really. You just have to flood it long enough to drown the lions, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you just make a big earthquake. You melt all the ice caps and make a big earthquake and a big rain.
You're right. But I don't know if the lines were at a high enough elevation. They might
maybe you'd get
survive. It's like that movie 2012.
Yeah, it's just they build an ark.
Yeah.
The lion ark. The lion ark made out of lions.
The lark.
Wait, that's even better than like mechs and ladders.
Yeah. Fudge doesn't know what he's talking about. You didn't even bring up the lion arc.
I just keep thinking back to like to what happens when you Voltal dies, like, and that's like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Was it you or Lucid who said that that's not even like just confined to the Pokedex? Like that's the plot of X and Y or something.
Right. Yeah.
And so if that's like if you're throwing out the Pokedex, you still have that. And so at this point, I'm not really sure if there's anything that Fudge could say to convince me, even having thrown out the Pokedex and doing all this like random, pulling numbers out of,
yeah, unless you're arguing
people killed in an earthquake.
Right. Unless you're arguing exclusively from a gameplay standpoint. Yeah, I think as much as it pains me to say, I think the Lions might be screwed.
And even like, because if it's the
But
plot
then
of
again-
X and Y, which is a game, that is technically gameplay.
Yeah, but
not a game mechanic. So I mean, I
I
understand.
could be mistaken, but I think the plot point of X and Y was that Yveltal does its world-ending event once every 1,000 years. So it would be, I think it would have to be pretty convenient for that specific day to take place on the day the Billion Lions battle the one of every Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know. X and Y, or I think Y was like the only one, like the only Pokemon game that I played in full, but I still don't even remember. Like, I don't remember the plot of that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to play another Pokemon game, or did you get your fill with that game?
Well, I mean, I did play the Pokemon games. I just didn't finish them. Like, I played
Oh, gotcha.
Ruby, Ruby and Sapphire, and I think Sword and Shield as well. What's like the newest one?
It's Scarlet and Violet. And I was not impressed with those games. Or game, rather, because they're basically the same game. With a few minor changes here or there.
That game was
Yeah.
ugly.
I
It
feel like the
shouldn't be
concept
that
of
ugly.
Pokemon gets old. I didn't play Pal World either. I know that was like people were going crazy
Oh
about that.
yeah, yeah. No, I played a bit of Pal World, and it was fun. Though I only played alone. I think I would have had a better time if I played with friends. Isn't Pal World getting sued by
I
Game
heard
Freak?
they are.
I don't know. Wait, is this
Kinda
Pokemon a
messed up.
motorcycle?
Wait, what?
I looked up Pokemon Scarlet and Violet,
Oh yeah,
and there's a motorcycle Pokemon.
right. It is very goofy. But the thing with the motorcycle Pokemon is it doesn't even use its wheels. Or at least the past version doesn't use its wheels. It still runs around on all fours, but it still has its big wheel sack in the front and its big wheel butt. You'd think that that would get in the way
That's
of
awesome.
it running. It's a little silly. I think my favorite box art legendaries might have to be Red
Say it again, you cut out. Hello?
and
Uh-oh.
Zekrom. I think those are the coolest Pokemon designs.
Which
Hello?
ones? Sorry, you cut out.
What happened?
You cut out for a minute.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yep.
Oh, my bad. Or
We
is it
didn't
my
hear what
phone?
you... I don't know, we didn't
Oh, I
hear
was...
your favorite box art legendary.
Oh, Zekrom and Reshiram, Pokemon Gen 5, Black and White. Those are my
That's
favorites.
the last one I actually played.
Oh, really? That's my favorite Pokemon game.
It's pretty good. My favorite's probably still like Emerald or something.
Oh, okay.
But the Ruby and Sapphire remakes were pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Actually, my favorite might
ones
have to be
for
Heart Gold or
3DS,
Soul
right?
Silver. Yeah, the 3DS ones.
I
Because
played that game, but I didn't beat it.
What do you mean you didn't beat it? You didn't beat like the first world or the whole thing?
The first region.
Yeah. So the
I think I
coolest
was
part
like
of those
9
games
or 10.
is the fucking you beat the game, right? It's like, oh, I beat the Pokemon game, and then you go to the other region and you have a
Oh,
whole nother
yeah.
Pokemon game. And you can
Right.
get all of the Pokemon from that region too.
It's pretty
Not
awesome.
to mention, when you go to school, you can load your Pokemon up onto your Pokewalker.
That's pretty cool.
It was so cool. I
And
used
they
to
never
set
had
the. It's a pedometer. What the hell is it called? Podometer? Something like that. Anyway, so I put it on my bike.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
life hack for getting lots of XP on the Pokewalker. Thank
Yeah, I
you,
never
chat.
got one of those. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing a second region for like a post game or an end game or whatever, it's
Mhm.
so cool. And they never
So there were
did it
16
again.
gyms total.
Right. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's still making Girardi. Don't worry about him. He'll be done soon, probably, maybe.
Girardi.
Guys.
Oh, hello.
What do you think of this hypothetical? Okay.
Okay.
1 billion lions versus 1 billion of every Pokemon.
Line sweep.
No way.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello. Well, you see, here's how the lions beat the 1 billion Pokemon, but don't beat the 1,025.
No.
1 billion of every Pokemon.
Yeah, 1 billion of every Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. Lions still win. You know why?
Why?
Because all the Pokemon, they destroy each other, even more so than the 890 whatever would destroy each other.
Okay.
About 1 billion lions versus 1 billion Metapods.
Metapods. Oh, that's a... Well, then it would just have to go down to, can a lion beat a Metapod? Because we would allocate 1 lion per 1 Metapod. And if a Metapod uses Harden and cannot be
1 billion
punctured
one
at all-
Metapods versus 1 billion lions.
That's kind of like a stall tactic, though, because you're just using Harden
Metapods
over
win.
and over.
1 of every Pokemon versus 1 billion Sentry Guns from Team Fortress 2.
The fucking Sentry Guns lose. What?
I think think about the knockback?
That's convincing. That's real.
1 billion is a lot if you think about it.
As 1 billion is so much, dude. It's so big. Anyways,
are we ready
to continue this video?
Yeah, let's get this video done.
Wait, actually, some Ace in chat brings up a good argument. 1 billion lines versus Alan, but he's a bit miffed.
Versus what?
I didn't catch that last part.
Alan, but he's a bit miffed. He's a little peeved.
I would get fucking eviscerated.
Yeah, but you'd be a little. But the Alan would be a little bit.
Yeah.
Alan would be a little bit angry, and I think that would contribute to at least half of the lines dying.
Maybe I take out like
let's
an
just
extra
say I'm
quarter of
glad
a
you're on
lion.
our side.
Anyways.
This many. I don't even know how to say that number. Consequently,
1,113,585.7461.
God damn, you guys are good.
He's being stupid on purpose.
Okay, Your Honor, my client meant to be a dumbass. Okay, thank you.
Consequently, here's a picture of Phoebus. Not to seem braggadocious, but I cried at Toy Story 3, and I could kill Phoebus. Yes,
You would get eviscerated by Phoebus. Don't talk shit about Phoebus.
Isn't Phoebus the Gen 4 equivalent of Magikarp?
No, I think it's Gen 2. Yeah, because it evolves into Milotic, and that's Gen 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's Gen 3.
Oh, okay.
My fault, chat. My fault.
I just know, was it Cynthia has a melodic, or melodic, however you say it.
Anyways,
that's Gen 4.
No. Fudge is not winning against a Feebas. Chat, press 1 if you think Fudge versus the Feebas. Press 2 if you think Feebas versus Fudge.
Well, are we doing items or no items?
No items.
Dang it. I was gonna say.
He brings a gun.
Yeah, no, that's literally what I was gonna say.
That's literally what you were gonna say. That's crazy.
Beats Feebas.
I think a Glock would beat Feebas, probably. Glock probably does more damage than the bite move that the lions have.
One of every Pokemon versus the U.S. military.
One of every Pokemon. I use a light screen. Actually no. Actually no. I just get Gardevoir to use Attract, and all the men go away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, wait a second. Now that we brought this up, we could just use Attract. Can we use Attract en masse? Is that possible? Do we have the technology? Attract all of the lines?
I think it only works with the same gender.
No, what? No. What? Why would... No. Pokemon doesn't allow for the homosexual relationships. What? What?
Yeah, I think that's how it works in the game.
No, it's the opposite gender. You can't attract...
Pokemon is gay?
Pokemon is not woke,
I mean,
bro. What the fuck? This is a joke. This is a joke.
Did I say... I know. Did I say the wrong version?
Yeah, you said the same sex.
Did I say the same?
Same
oh,
sex.
No, I meant the opposite. Right. Yeah, no, we have straight lines. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and the Gardevoir will make all of them in more straight.
If I were a lion, I would be attracted to Gardevoir.
I think if you
also,
were a lion...
what if I have...
Female Pyroar, checkmate, win.
Also, half my lines are female. And they are straight female lines.
Male Gardevoir.
Oh.
Oh, Gallade. There we go. Gallade can learn Attract, I think, probably.
Pokemon could cause untold amounts of destruction. Cities will crumble, landscapes will be ravaged, natives and tribals will be forced to cower in their teepees. Wait a second, teepees? Teepee? Oh my god. And now before you lies the other major issue the Pokemon face. Power Points, or PP. Every Pokemon can only use their moves a limited amount of times before they run out of uses. Rayquaza, in the fantasy world in which what the Pokedex tells us is true, can fly around all he wants. Eventually, he'll have to use Struggle, which does damage.
Pokemon don't need PP to like do regular shit.
But this is still the most effective argument, just like applying all the game mechanics and nothing else.
Yeah, no, I agree. If this is a Pokemon battle, then yeah, the Pokemon lose. I agree.
It's sort of, man, the Pokemon versus a billion lions argument. I don't know. It feels very similar to the argument on whether or not water is.
I
wet.
knew you were gonna say
You know what I
that.
mean?
I knew it.
Yeah.
Actually, no. The one about water is wet is like a different argument because it's just about defining the word wet.
Well, yeah, but it's
And
the Pokemon versus a Billion Lions is all about defining what exactly is going on, what the premise exactly is.
Yeah, but the
like are the lions in the video game universe and are translated into like a Pokemon equivalent, I guess.
Yeah. Like, because it's not I can understand. It's disinteresting in a similar way, where it's like if the circumstances are one way, the answer is obviously one thing, but if the circumstances are very specifically with this other thing, then
that's
the
what
other
makes
thing
this
is true.
conversation very frustrating.
Mhm.
And also, what makes the is water wet conversation is frustrating, which I am curious. I know it's a little bit of a tangent, but do you think water's wet?
Yes, and the only argument I could be persuaded toward is one molecule of H2O is not wet because it has no other molecules touching it.
Wow, that's my exact same argument.
Ah, hooray! We did it.
It's not dry.
Great minds think alike.
It's certainly not dry. That's a good way to put it. Alan, what do you think?
I can see very annoying people making that argument.
Yeah, I once witnessed water be poured onto a food court table in high school, as a group of deranged high schoolers and myself included, vehemently discussed whether or not water is wet.
You didn't have to do that in order to discuss.
That's what they did. They like poured water on the table and they were like, "Look, I poured water." And then they poured water again. Like, yeah, is the water wet now?
We need a visual. So instead of getting a cup of water, we're gonna pour it all over the table.
They had a cup of water. That's what they used to pour it on the table.
Yeah, I don't know how that would help anyone's argument, though.
It was
They could have
important.
just kept it contained within the cup.
Look, it was important. Okay, you just don't understand.
Okay, that's
to himself, and he ain't taken out his fair share of lions before he has to start struggling. With fully maxed out PP, Dialga can still only use Roar of Time 7 times, so via our math earlier, he can take out 2,709 lions using his strongest move, one of the only 4 moves he'll be able to use, by the way. I don't need to do many calculations to tell you that 2,709 is not equivalent to this, nor is it particularly...
Why did he show a different number on screen?
Well, he got it wrong. He meant to say, like, if you go back up in the top left corner, he, like...
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, he made, like, a correction
Yeah, there
to what
it
he
is.
actually said.
Just, like...
I don't know if your Watch Together's making...
No, I missed it.
Oh, okay.
I saw still pitiful, but I didn't realize it was, like, a correction. Just, like,
Oh, yeah.
re-record the line if you mess it up that badly.
Yeah, you could have just re-recorded it.
Yeah.
to tell you that 2,709 is not equivalent to this, nor is it particularly close. He also has to recharge for a turn every time he uses it, which is a hell of an opening for the Lions, who, last time I checked...
How long is a turn?
Well, if we're doing real-life battle,
He
then
is.
I would assume there are no turns.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to recharge, nah.
Well, not
by,
necessarily.
like,
I think there can be a
D&D
real-life
rules,
equivalent of
6 seconds.
recharging.
6 seconds? It's on
Sort of like-
cooldown for 6 seconds. That's fair.
Sort of like reloading a gun. That could be like the equivalent for...
He's just
Yeah.
firing off roars of time like pistol shots. That's good. I like that. I like
Oh,
that
yeah.
imagery.
don't have to take turns, except for this one, who is going down almost instantly. The simple fact of the matter is...
What?
Oh, that's Pyroar. That's...
No, I
the
know. I
Pokemon
didn't
that
hear the full thing.
has to recharge for a turn every time he uses it, which is a hell of an opening for the Lions, who, last time I checked, don't have to take turns, except for this one, who is going down almost instantly. The simple fact of the matter is
That's
that by every
not true at
calculation...
all. Pyroar would destroy a normal lion.
Yeah, at least a few, right?
Pyroar is a special attacker.
Also,
Pyroar doesn't even need to get close to a lion.
Also, people in chat have brought up this argument.
I'm pretty sure.
People in chat have brought up this argument, and I don't think it's been going to be brought up in this video, so I will bring it up because I think it is one of the most convincing arguments. I put it in chat earlier, because I didn't want to forget about it. Let me see if I can remember which chat I put it in. MC is very good in Fish Stick on a Stick's stream said, "Being serious here, I'd honestly wager the Pokemon win with gameplay rules. The Lions can't spin away hazards." this is
Unless
a very
they have items.
Well, they
and just give the lions heavy-duty boots.
Well, they don't. So fuck you.
Okay.
They can't wear boots. But yeah, no. If we're going by game rules and like, if we're going by game rules, the lions could still lose, assuming it's not like an organized battle. Like if we're going based off what the game tells us, but not in an organized battle. Hazards fuck up the lions hard because if the lions move ever, they take damage, and also get poisoned.
No, that's only if they switch in to a hazard, which I don't know what switching in a lion means in this situation.
I would think that I would think it would just be moving personally. But like I'll here. Let's see what the description of spikes is.
It deals damage on switch in. Like you can use moves and you won't take damage. It's only on switch in.
Well, no, I know what it does. I was looking at what the description says that it does. Like what it describes it as. It says it's a trap of spikes is laid around the foe's party to hurt foes switching in. The user lays a trap of spikes at the foe's feet. I think that at the very least, it is very difficult for the lions to move while spikes are active. I think that's a fair thing
but
to say.
is it reasonable to conclude that the spikes cover an area large enough to affect all 1 billion lions?
I'm
not sure that's so obvious.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like if you just repeatedly set spikes. Like a fortress, for instance, just repeatedly set spikes, and other kinds of hazards like stealth rocks and whatnot.
But you can only set spikes a maximum of 3 times, I think.
We threw PP out a while ago because it's just a game mechanic.
So if we're doing the real life scenario.
Yeah, if we're doing like we can't use Pokedex, we can't use anime, but we're only using what the game gives us. But it's not an organized Pokemon battle. That's like the 3.
I know.
Yeah.
But I still don't know how you could conclude that the amount of spikes would sufficiently cover an area large enough to affect 1 billion lions.
It certainly would not make it very easy. That's all. I'm not saying it would do that. I'm just saying like if you continuously
it wouldn't
set
do that. I have no clue what to think.
Yeah. I think it's a consideration. That's all. I just think it does. It is the argument that swayed Fish off of the Lions' side, or at least made him say that it wasn't the Lions conclusively. Because
he should have held his ground.
Yeah, I think the pain of stealth rocks is very pressing. If you lay it around enough places, because it gives the Lions limited places to maneuver.
But would a stealth rock be very harmful to a lion? I don't know.
I don't know.
Lions probably step on rocks all the time.
Yeah, you're so right. Actually, I take everything I said back.
I stepped on a rock today, and I was fine.
Was it a toxic spike?
It wasn't quite that.
No, yeah.
It was a stealthy rock, and I took very minimal damage.
How much damage exactly did you take? How many hit points?
7.
And
oh yeah, stealth rocks are invisible. I forgot about that. That's a good point.
Yeah, I would assume stealth rocks. You can't see stealth rocks.
I didn't think about that. Anyways.
In every sensible world in which one of every Pokemon fight 1 billion lions, the lions win. The Pokedex lies to you, the numbers are too many, and I don't give a shit if Kyogre can flood the land, because lions can swim.
You've got to be fucking with me, right? Are you fucking kidding me? No, they fucking you put a lion in the ocean. It's not living, my guy. I hate to break it to you. That lion is drowning. That lion is gone.
Yeah, but for the first 20 minutes, you know.
It doesn't matter. They're not gonna be able to fight. It doesn't make a difference. They're too busy dealing with the influx of water. It's not happening. You can't just be like, I don't care. No, they lose. I'm sorry.
Submarine.
Is this an April Fool's video? I should have checked that. This is
You ever watched the movie Storks?
No.
Green made out of lions.
No. Wrong. Lion raft.
Oh, yeah.
Lion raft. Wait,
Denial of the lion raft is pure cope.
Denial of the lion raft. Hold on. I need to look real quick. Is this April? No, this was November 2nd. Okay,
November 1st.
Oh.
Second.
It's first for you, second for me.
Yeah.
Man, this is wow.
You look at this debate. Much like their battle with the sun, the lions win. This
They don't win in the battle with the sun either. What the fuck? What? No. You're insane.
fight can only end with feline supremacy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I get it. His cat's named Ted.
Yeah.
My cat's name is Phoeba.
Was that satire?
Nope, that
a
was...
lot of it was.
No, it wasn't.
A lot of the arguments.
No,
Well,
it
I mean,
wasn't. It
yeah.
was real. It was authentic,
Okay,
real arguments being made.
Some of them, for sure. But you can't deny that several, if not most of the arguments were made tongue-in-cheek.
They were made. They weren't... It wasn't like, oh, this. I don't believe this. He believes all of that shit. Or he's presenting it as if he believes it.
I really don't think... I think if
I find
you
it
were
very
in the
difficult
call...
to believe that he actually believes that.
Yeah, no. If
lions
you were
would
in the
beat the
call
sun.
and he had a gun to his head, I have no doubt he would make the argument that the Pokemon would win, because I don't think anyone
could unironically make lion ladder as an argument.
I think he's making... I think he makes lion ladder as an argument. I think he believes it. I'm of the opinion he believes it. Also, that video came out a few months ago. That I posted in... the one I posted in UFR General. From the Aura Guardian, who is a much better YouTuber who I've been watching for a very long time.
I'm familiar with
and
him.
This is just the first generation?
Yeah.
Which is 151,
and that one's can a Pokemon beat 1 billion lions? That's not even like all of them. That's just one.
Yeah, that's not even a question. If it's 1 billion lions versus Pikachu.
Well, yeah, the
I
billion
think
lions win
scenario-
against Pikachu, but I think it's at least
I think
interesting.
that's reasonable to say.
Can't Pikachu do like the big
Unless
zap?
it's like Ash's Pikachu or something, which has like plow armor.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's like honestly a better premise, because
I don't know.
telling someone to visualize every single Pokemon, and then at that point it's basically just asking, like, if you could pick any one of just pick one that you would place your bet on to like commit mass lion genocide and kill all of them.
Well, yeah, but it's still fun to think about.
Yeah, it is it's an interesting
As what was
topic.
just demonstrated, you can have a big old conversation, dismissing a bunch of Pokemon, but then focusing on a few legendary Pokemon and what they're capable of, and arguing what they can do against 1 billion lions. There's a lot that can be said there, at least a lot more than, say, one Pokemon. But I suppose it depends on what one Pokemon. Because 1 billion lions versus, like, I don't know, a Deoxys would be a bit more complicated than 1 billion lions versus a Joltik.
Someone in the comments of Fudge's video said that Greninja could use Soak on Shedinja, and turn Shedinja into a pure water type.
Yeah.
And then the lions would have to use grass or electric type moves to kill it, which they don't have.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Which I think is also a compelling... I feel like there's just an infinite amount of strategy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
suppose.
probably a lot of Pokemon that, like, any
with
number of lions just aren't capable of killing.
Well, infinity lines can be anything. And going to the Shedinja argument, would the Pokemon have what would the word be, the forethought to do something like that?
We're giving them the capability to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're giving them if it is physically possible, they will do it.
If the lions are smart enough to form lion shields against certain attacks, then Pokemon should be smart enough to utilize their moves in in a very strategic way.
Mm.
But that is a game mechanic.
Fudge's Twitter got suspended. I wonder why.
It was too silly.
It's interesting.
Just for impersonating David.
Or his
Attenborough.
old Twitter got suspended.
Well, I suppose now that we're done with the video, I can show you guys the unused lion images I still had in store that I didn't quite get to. So here's the... Oh wait, I should probably do this in podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, podcast general. Alright. So first we got this one. Space Lion.
Space Lion.
Space Lion.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, he is gaming.
Yep, I am allocating 10 million lions to be sent to space to deal with all of the celestial Pokemon.
Do you think that lion could consent?
Shut up, Alan. Shut up. No.
Oh, great.
Don't talk about if the lion could consent.
He's just
Alan.
like Winston. Look at him.
I hate it. I hate could the space animals with sentience consent.
I mean,
I
don't want to think about it.
Me neither,
anyway, here's my last argument that I think it beats out all the other arguments. This is my apex lion lawyer argument right here. Get ready.
Oh my gosh.
God.
That's
lion.
right.
Holy shit. He has all the types.
We
Max
are bringing
stats.
back Aslan. And yeah, and it's funny, I didn't notice this at first, but when you take a close look at the types, there's
crystal and light. What does that mean? There's food, slug, plastic, wind, crystal, light. What is?
I don't know what that means.
What is that?
Slug type.
What's plastic type?
What's slug type?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is there enough Pokemon to justify a slug type? And there's not even a sound type, and that's like the most obvious theoretical new Pokemon type.
Yeah, I don't know what. I like plastic type though. That's a thing in Cassette Beasts, and they do a really good job with it.
Oh really?
Yeah, Cassette Beasts is really good. I know Astrocyst, Glad. I've seen that video, I believe. Yeah, no,
I'm a plastic type.
That video was was pretty
plastics.
bad.
What video?
The video we just watched.
Oh, sorry, I zoned out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, this
that video was rough.
I didn't mind this video nearly as much as you did, but that's just a me thing. I don't know.
I think
I agree.
I think it was pretty bad. I'm glad it did not go on much longer. I could not.
Oh man, can you imagine the theoretical 3+ hour 1 billion lion versus one of every Pokemon argumentative video?
If it was made by Fudj, I don't want to imagine it. If it was made by like, I don't know, the guy who made the 14-hour review of the Phantom Menace, he could make that video and I'd watch it.
Oh yeah.
That video is very good. I still haven't finished it, but it's a very well made video.
Yeah, and despite all the ground we covered today, I think there are still plenty of arguments that were left unsaid. It's a very complex argument.
I just don't think we talked about Vaporeon and Gardevoir enough.
I don't either.
To be honest.
Oh,
I don't think Attract was utilized enough as much as it should have been.
Here's something interesting about Vaporeon's Pokédex description. There's one Pokédex description of Vaporeon that says Vaporeon can melt into water. Like, Vaporeon can become water. So what happens if Vaporeon melts into the ocean? What then? Does Vaporeon become the ocean? What if there's, like, fish Pokemon. What if the fish Pokemon drinks Vaporeon or a part of Vaporeon? Then what? Does Vaporeon die?
I don't know.
This is my issue. This is my issue with the Pokédex. It's like, why did you tell me that? That, like, you're raising so many implications about the Pokemon world that I don't think you're ready to contend with.
Yeah.
Which is why, I
Vaporeon.
think the argument that the Pokédex is very often unreliable is a reasonable argument. Not that you have to throw out the entire Pokédex, obviously, but
I think you could
There
throw
are
out
some
the specific
goofy-
ones, specific entries that are contradicted. I think that's fine.
Yeah, the ones that are just insane.
Yeah.
I think it's Alakazam having like a 10,000 IQ. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
And how are you not?
Infinite, basically.
That's like average.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No,
But
I
it's like, if
think
you
it's goofy.
What?
I think it's goofy that he has 10,000 IQ.
Yeah, because you could totally utilize that brain power to basically solve all of humanity's problems.
Yeah. I don't.
Assuming the Alakazam.
Maybe it has diminishing returns. Maybe it's like maybe it's algorithmic. Or sorry,
yeah, it's
logarithmic, and it doesn't
It's
just
like boost. Yeah, it's boosting FPS in a video game.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like anything past 120 FPS, you don't even notice.
Yeah, maybe that's how it be. We'll never know though, because we won't wake up one day and turn into Kadabra and then Alakazam when we trade with someone else.
Aw.
So sad.
It's really a shame.
Well, that was a good UFR. I'm ready to close out. That video
I gotta go.
drained me greatly. I don't enjoy videos that are just jokes and like the appearance of
Oh, yeah.
arguments with no arguments. I hate that shit. It is deeply disturbing to me.
A little frustrating. I
Um,
don't know. Maybe I gotta. I haven't done enough of these where I'm not like super cynical going in. Maybe
it'll happen.
Okay.
It's not even like a cynicality. I've kind of always hated it when like I go into a video. I'm like, oh wow, this is a topic I'm interested in, and then I'm like watching the video. I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be silly, goofy, haha for the whole time.
Right, yeah, and it's not very explicit, and it's mixed in with a bunch of legitimate arguments.
Yeah, like I stopped.
arguments.
Like I got frustrated with CinemaSins way back when I was in like fucking middle school for the same shit.
Oh yeah, right.
And like that yeah, no, I do hate that shit. And Fudj does that a lot, and he did that in his essay video. But this video was better. It wasn't nearly as bitter as the other one was, so that made it less funny as a result.
Oh, okay.
The other I'm interested to cover. He has a video about why the problem with YouTube. I'm very interested. I'd be very interested to cover that a different time. I might save that for like.
It's just called the problem with YouTube.
It's like it's something like that.
You don't trust that he would provide.
Oh no, I've
reasonable arguments.
I've seen a decent portion of it.
Oh, okay.
And
you're not a fan?
It is more his thoughts on YouTube are much more cynical, bitter, etc. than his thoughts on game design, and they reveal a lot about.
Do you think it
things.
has a lot of bias?
I think it is a look into how a lot of people seem to view YouTube and as a job and art in general. And I think it informs how a lot of people create content almost spitefully. But I don't want to really let the cat out of the bag.
That's his argument?
That's not his argument. I'm saying that the way I don't want to give away what his argument is in case we do cover it.
Oh, so this is a video that you're planning on covering on.
Yeah. I would like to cover this video at some point.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The TLDR of it is, I guess I will give away some of his argument, but the TLDR is basically, he opens the video, he talks about like, oh, YouTube is going downhill because of XYZ, and then he says this is what people think the problem is, and he goes over visibility and the algorithm. It's like, that's not the problem. And it's like, okay, fine, what is the problem then? And he basically sums it up as it's capitalism.
Cringe.
Which I think is an incredibly reductionist argument, and one that I find not at the core of the problem at all.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's I don't know, it's lazy. I don't like the capitalism argument at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, you're like a YouTuber, and never before have you talked about like economic politics at all, and just now you're going to bring it up.
I'll like go through the video in its entirety, because maybe I'm misrepresenting it, but that is what I took from the what I have seen of it. And I think that to chalk it all up to that is if that is what he does. Because, like I said, I'm not confident that is what exactly he does, but that is what I understood from what I saw. And if that is the case, I think that is silly. And I would love to cover that video, because I think that YouTube is in a better place now than it's been in like over a decade.
Ooh, okay, man, that is a very controversial take, but I don't think I necessarily disagree with it.
Yeah, I think that it is easier now for a new creator to do well on YouTube than it has been in over a decade. And
Man, I can vouch for that for sure.
well, yeah, both of us can, right? Like, and I think that to some extent, people are very jaded just because they don't like stuff that is popular, but they ignore the popular people who make very good work and do very good content.
Yeah,
and,
no, it's this. Yeah. It's like saying video games aren't fun anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Even then,
a lot of it's just remembering like the good old days or whatever.
Yeah, like YouTube content is more high quality generally. It is more about it is being taken more and more seriously with every day that goes by. And I think it is
like it's becoming a solved game.
Yeah, and not even
like just look at Mr. Beast.
Well, not even. I'm not even talking about I'm not even talking about the algorithm part. I'm talking about like the artistic element of it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. It's like it's becoming a solved game, or at least closer, as close as that to that as you can get. Like if you look at Mr. Beast's leaked document that he sends to his employees when they get hired to Mr. Beast Corporation or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it goes very deep into like thumbnail design and like it's very clinical on how to make like a YouTube video that performs very well.
But like my point is like you don't even have to do that shit though. Like you don't have to play the like in older eras of YouTube from what I gathered as a viewer, especially in like the 2014 to 2018 meta, like that meta was very stringent. Like during the adpocalypse especially, if you didn't adhere to the meta, you kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit. It took until like post 2018 really, especially when COVID hit, for like up and coming creators who make like good honest content. That's like the norm now. I feel like people like you know, like you for instance, or you know, fucking JXE or Implement's an older creator, so he's a bad kind of a bad example, but like a lot of or Nexpo, let me know, all the people who kind of started getting their traction earlier, you know, in that like 2016 2018 era, but like really took off post 2018 because that's when YouTube started pushing like much more niche, much more authentic content that didn't really necessarily adhere to the strict meta that had been cultivated for so many years.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't remember exactly when this change was, but there was a big change in YouTube that switched like rewarding videos with a very high click-through rate to rewarding watch time.
Yeah.
So back in the old days of YouTube, I feel like older YouTube was a lot more clickbaity. Just because click-through rate was rewarded a lot more than watch time.
Yeah.
But now, since watch time is being rewarded a lot more, you can't really get away with click-through rate because you can have a really high click-through rate, but if nobody's watching your videos aren't going to be pushed in the algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think YouTube has benefited on the whole for that change, and it has resulted in a lot.
So too.
And it has resulted in just a lot higher quality and better content, which is better for the platform at large.
Yo, I gotta go, guys. So
I also have to go.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
I'll see you.
Alrighty, have a good one.
Bye.
Bradley, what do you have in the pipeline? Do you have anything that you'd like to shill before we head out?
Oh yeah, there's a video in the works. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but I'm hoping to get it out maybe mid-November, which would be a new personal record to get a video out that quickly. Because between my 2 video essays I have out right now, there was like a 10-month gap. I don't want to do that again, so
yeah,
I'm hoping to get this next video out in at a much swifter pace. So
yeah,
that's all for now for me.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that you do great work, of course.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. I have a video that I'm very
excited. By the way.
Oh, thank you. I have a video that I'm very excited to get out. I recently announced that I'm taking not a break from YouTube. I'm slowing down a little bit. Slowing down from two videos a month to like 1 video a month. Because I wanted to. I realized I was beginning to develop like anxiety. And a large part of it was me feeling like I didn't have control over it anymore, and I needed to take back control over that. So,
dude, your work ethic blows me away. Like with the quality of your videos, getting 2 videos out a month it blows my mind. You have a really good work ethic.
I really appreciate it. I value my work ethic greatly, but you know, anything in excess is not great. And
for sure.
And that's how I feel about that.
Do you pull all-nighters to get videos out on time?
No. I don't.
Oh, that's good.
I haven't needed to yet. That hasn't happened.
That's good.
I would sooner delay the video by a day, than I would.
That is smart, and that's what I should have done. I pulled 2 all-nighters to get my Mr. Bircham video out, and it still had to be delayed. It was not fun.
Yeah, no, I imagine not. But yeah, my next video is going to be the start of a new series for me, and it will come out by the end of October. The scripting has already been started. I want it to be, I won't say exactly what the premise is, until I have it, like, probably till the script is done, and then I'll start, like, announcing it and rolling it out. But, I want it to be my longest video, by a very significant margin. I want to make a longer form video, and I think that this video could be very big for me, and I'm very excited about it. So
yeah, man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
What is your longest video right now?
It's trapped in the TF2 bubble, and it's 31 minutes, I think.
I'm looking at it now. It says 33 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah.
I really like that video.
I also do. It's one of my best ones for sure.
I'd say so.
But yeah, on that note, that's UFR 35 closed out in the books. Alan, do you have anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Alan, if people are still watching the VOD, what should they comment? What should they comment?
They should comment. If you're still watching the VOD, you should comment.
You should comment. Line sweep.
You should comment. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was kind of mid.
You heard it.
By the way,
it wasn't just mid, it was awful.
That's a different discussion. I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. I've heard bad things.
Don't.
All right.
It sucks.
Bye-bye.